Guess who's live?
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody?
You're watching the Pantheon stream. Better than any blurred AF stream or any other of these streams that you see on YouTube. Okay? We don't got Marcus today, but joining us, it's not LMNOP. It's
It is Q.
I'm here, finally. I don't think I've ever been on one of these, so super excited to be here. First time being here, not in the studio, so definitely feels a little different, but should be the same vibe. I mean, niggas is goofy, so should
Let's
be
start
the same
with your
vibe.
favorite topic, Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I'll be sitting here watching. I'm more of a viewer on this one. Go
Right?
ahead, y'all
What's your
get to
favorite?
it.
What's your favorite lightsaber color?
How many are there?
Yeah, there's the green one, the blue
I
one,
heard
the red
something
one.
about someone getting a black one at Disneyland or something.
There's only one black one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one then.
You like the dark saber?
I guess so. If that's the only one.
Yes,
You know.
it's not as long as the other sabers though, and it's like sharper.
Oh, that's
What's that all
okay.
about?
That's okay. Size don't matter. Sometimes it's all about how you work with what you got. And, if it happens to be sharp, go ahead and do that.
But you got to be Mandalorian to wield it, though. You think that's a little bit restricting?
What did Angel Reese say? I'm not very educated on that topic, so I'm not really here to give my opinion on that, so.
She said that? When did she say that?
They asked her about Kamala Harris.
Oh. Where's she from? She's from Baltimore, right? And then she plays in Chicago. I feel like you got to give a pretty blue answer, honestly.
Depending on what the question was, too. Depending on what the question was, too.
No, what did Michael just say? Michael said,
You said you know what the question was?
No, I said depending on what the question was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, after a motherfucking game, they pulled up and asked her about politics. I don't know.
I was thinking this was at the mall or she was
No,
walking
this
in
is
some
post-game conference.
Weird.
Do you have an article for the Acolyte, the one from Deadline? I believe it was Deadline.
If we did stream prep, I would, but I did not prepare it. But they're the ones with the scoop that they said they broke it earlier this week that the Acolyte is canceled. No season 2 is the title of this article. What do you think? I think this is good. I mean, I'm happy that there's no season 2 because I wasn't into it and I wasn't watching it. So if they're going to do a season... What's going on here? If they're going to do season 2 of a show, I want them to do season 2 of shows that I'm actually going to watch. They're not doing season 2 of Acolyte. Good. I wasn't seeing it anyway. So where are the resources going to go? It says, exclusives. The story of Acolyte will not continue with Lucasfilm, opting not to proceed with a second season of the Star Wars offshoot starring Amanda Stenberg. Sources tell Deadline. Doesn't that mean someone who works at the studio told you this and we can confirm it? And no one from Lucasfilm has argued this. So it's pretty clear that it actually is true.
Oh, yeah. No, this was definitely something this is a trade, that put this out. This isn't a scooper. This is something that Lucasfilm and Disney put out there, and they wanted this to be put out.
And they wanted it to be put out under the sources, okay? Word of the decision comes more than a month after the 8-episode first season of the series from creator Leslie Headland wrapped its run on Disney+. There's really not much in this article, okay? They just kind of talk about the numbers. It's stupid. Who cares?
I can see it, but there's one paragraph on there that was particularly interesting. Scroll down a little bit more. I think it might have been, go down a little bit more. Is that it? I think it might have been the paragraph you were on at the top.
Like the very, very top?
One more right there.
Okay.
Where it says the never or the news.
The news is not entirely surprising. Acolyte did okay with critics, 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, but divided the Star Wars fans. Not really, bro. They did not divide the Star Wars fans. Most people hated it.
Yeah.
Which was reflected in its overall viewership. And the greatest takeaway is this is who they do it for, viewership. They don't care how loud you guys are, and they don't care how disgusted you were. Same with Pokemon games. I hate the way that they've been producing these, but they've been selling very well. And we're not getting any changes out of the company that creates those games. And same thing here at Lucasfilm. Oh, no one's watching it? No one's showing up? Well, then it's not even worth the Disney Plus subscription. Like, let's cancel this show. Let's forward shows that do work. And that's where we are. It's canceled for a reason. And the only reason that has ever mattered was viewership. These are tangible, or sometimes comic books when they get canceled because of sales. Your personal enjoyment or overall enjoyment or Rotten Tomatoes enjoyment is they're symptoms of the thing, but the actual answer to whether or not we further or we discontinue is who's watching. It's numbers.
Right.
It's that easy.
Right.
And it's got nothing. Look, no matter how angry all the angry YouTubers were during that time, doesn't matter. They could have been happy with it. They still would have canceled it because, like, it's all about numbers.
Oh, no, it's definitely about numbers. You know, I've said this many times on, I think when we've talked Star Wars, I've said this many times when I've talked Star Wars. And you know, when I first started my YouTube channel, when Henry and I decided we were going to do a YouTube channel, it was originally going to be a Star Wars channel. You know, we were going to talk Marvel and things like that, but it was going to be a Star Wars channel because as I've said many times, when it comes to Marvel, when it comes to DC, when it comes to any of those other things, and I love Game of Thrones. I'm throwing that in there too, because it's one of my now favorite, you know, fictional worlds. But when it comes to any of that shit, you can keep it all when it comes to me. You can keep, don't get me wrong. I love this guy. Sorry. I love this guy. Love him. Love him. But this guy, that's my guy. Star Wars, bro. Star Wars is that was, I think, my very first real escape as a child. You know, it was just different. I 02, I was in the second grade when I first saw Star Wars, and I did not want to go. But I left a mega fan. And after leaving that big fan, and it just takes you on a journey. Star Wars is a different type of, not to say that you can't have these feelings with these other shows, because other people do. The same people, you know, there are people that lose themselves in Middle Earth. There are people that lose themselves in Hogwarts. There were people that lose themselves in, you know, in a galaxy far, far away, or in Marvel or whatever. But
there's people who lose themselves in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go.
It's they definitely, you know, so Star Wars is everybody has their thing, but for the thing that I want to say, the biggest thing about all of this has nothing to do with what a lot of people have argued with on Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter, the people that are claiming to watch Star Wars that have never seen fucking Star Wars. These are people online that are fake outraged about the Acolyte being canceled. And the reason I say you're fake outraged by the Acolyte being canceled is because, and I don't want to presume to know you because I don't know you, but I guarantee you, if I were to get in a debate with you about Star Wars, your limited Googled knowledge would not suffice. It wouldn't. And I'm telling you, none of these people watch Star Wars like this. I'm seeing the fake outrage people talking about, look how they treated Amandla. Look how they treated, and I'm not condoning that. I'm going to get to that in just a second. I'm not condoning that. Look how they treated Amandla. Look how they treat Daisy Ridley. Look how they treat blah, 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 blah. Where were you when they were degrading Hayden Christensen because of the way he played Anakin Skywalker? Yeah, nobody likes to talk about that. I know a lot of you think just because Hayden is so praised now that he's always been praised as that character. No, sir. Hayden Christensen just got back into acting because of the way he was treated by Star Wars fans. So no, no one's arguing with any of you that the Star Wars fandom is toxic. This is not a CNN breaking news. The Star Wars fandom is toxic as fuck. That is a fandom that I don't like to engage with. We saw it with Moses Ingram. We saw it with On My Best. We saw it with Kelly Marie Tran. We saw it with John Boyega. We have seen how toxic the Star Wars fandom is. But that's not the fucking conversation. The conversation is not, oh, the Acolyte was canceled because of misogynistic fans. The Acolyte was canceled because crybabies. If you think that the Star Wars fandom has that much power to cancel a project or to greenlight a project, why don't we have some of the shit we've been begging for?
Mace Windu, come out.
And you know what? This might be a hot take. Hold on. Fuck a Mace Windu show. And you might be saying, oh, why are you saying that? I don't trust anything coming out of Lucasfilm. I want it, but I don't want it from them. I don't want it from the current Lucasfilm. So it's not misogynistic. It's not people being misogynist. It's not because people are being crybabies. It's not because people wanted this to go their way or that to go their way. The simple answer and the only answer of why the Acolyte was canceled is because it was fucking dog shit. It was awful. It was awful. Awful. The first 2 episodes, I give them that. It was kind of like, oh, I can see. But after that, it fell flat on its face, and it continuously, bro, each episode got worse and worse and worse and worse. That finale was dog shit.
You know what show people do that same shit with on Twitter? She-Hulk.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, She-Hulk too? You're right.
Oh, She-Hulk did this, but when Deadpool does it, everyone laughs and this. And no, that show just fucking sucked.
Yeah, like that's it. That is it with the Acolyte. I'm done. I'm not gonna go on because there's nothing to go off of here. I just really want to put a nip in all the people on Twitter, the fake outrage. People talking about, oh, it's this, it's that, that's the reason. No, bro, that's not why it was canceled. That is not why it was canceled. The writing was bad. The acting was bad. The storytelling was bad.
They got a guy who doesn't even speak English. His first role ever. Come here. You were good in Squid Game. You can play this character. You're a Jedi. Here, speak.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. So no, I don't. And anything else coming from Lucasfilm right now, Skeleton Crew, I'm telling you right now, the word on the street, and this is just word on the street.
No.
Word on the street is the screenings for that are abysmal. No one gives a flying fuck about Skeleton Crew. And I'm telling you, like I told you the day we talked about it on this channel, DOA. Especially with the Acolyte being canceled, I'm telling you, it's going to get review bombed.
Nah. Okay, fine. Let it be reviewed by... Let this people who got a early screening. They're not me. As a Star Wars fan, as what I saw from the trailer and who I saw was behind it, it was the same guy who directed the Star Wars movies. He pitched this to Favreau, and they're like, yeah, let's greenlight that. I think, and it's happening in the same era as Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Mandalorian. It's part of everything. I have high hopes for it.
Okay, I tell you what, Star Wars has kicked my dick of hopes. They do it every time. Every time they just don't. And I'm not saying I'm rooting because this for me this is not like I'm not celebrating the Acolyte being canceled either. I'm not one of those fans that's like, oh yay, it's canceled. I'm not celebrating it being canceled. Do I think it's a W for Star Wars that it's canceled? Yes, because that means we don't further this canon breaking bullshit that everybody seems to just love, you know, like, and again, I'm not getting into the Hayden Christensen and the Chosen One and how it just diminished it. I'm not doing any of that, but no, I don't trust anything coming from Lucasfilm right now. And I'm honestly even a little weary of the Mando and Grogu film, because the reason I say that is because even though Dave didn't officially greenlight things for the Acolyte, because this was a show that was greenlit before he became CCO, he still had conversations with Leslie. And if she told him, hey, Dave, I'm putting Plagueis in, and this is what we're going to do. And if Dave sat there was like, oh, that's great. The fuck are we doing?
I just don't know. If I'm Filoni, what do I say? Hey, the entire premise of your show is garbage. You should change it. Like, you can't say that. How much?
I would. But if he loves Star Wars as much as he says, and he's supposed to be George Lucas's protege, I wouldn't let you come in and destroy something that, bitch, I've been here. You just got here. You ain't about to come in and shit on Star Wars.
And then Leslie goes up to the main office and she says, Kathy, Dave is being mean to me. And I've got all these secrets, that Harvey Weinstein secrets. You don't want them out. Oh yeah, fine. We'll do it the way you do. Dave knew what he was doing. Dave Filoni needed that show to happen the way that it needed to happen. Whatever pointers he does, who knows what damage control he did do. We don't know what he did to prevent coming out.
That's true. Right? We don't.
He edited down some stuff. Wow, the dick of hope. That's 2 weeks now. What was the other one last week? I don't remember. Chill Bill. He says, F. Ali, been hearing about how he's this and he's that for Blade. Nobody. Maybe if we ain't have to wait 5 years, we'd be interested. We'll get to Blade. That's a topic later on. Brother Stark, they should have done a show about the younger version of the Jedi Council from the prequels. Anything with Jedi, I'm good with.
If they would have just, the idea of the High Republic, getting away from, I'm not shitting on the Acolyte, the idea, the concept, it was originally one of my most anticipated projects. The concept, the idea, getting away from the fucking Skywalkers, that's great. It's brilliant. But you delivered shit. You thought you had sugar, but you delivered shit. And then the promotion of it, how they were all just so high on themselves and cocky on them. Like the dude that played, I forget his name, the Jedi that Yurd, when he came out, it was all awful. It was all awful. And as we all said, when it started with the trailer for me, because I was excited, but when that first trailer dropped, it didn't move the needle. That's when I said, oh, this is dead on arrival. Star Wars is not in a place where they can drop a trailer and it not move a needle for fans. They're not. If they drop a trailer, it better fucking wow. If you drop a skeleton crew and bro, I didn't even see anyone talking about it.
I liked it. It was cool.
Okay.
And then you know what it sparked? Hey, all of you meanie weenies, you guys did this to Jake Lloyd. You better not do it to the skeleton crew kids. It was like a fake.
No, I do agree with that.
But where did that come from though? Who was like hating on the kids?
No, well, I don't think anybody was necessarily outright hating on the kids, but I don't know what made me think about this when I was driving today. I just was like, these poor kids are about to get bullied. They are about to get bullied. The Star Wars fandom is not kind. They're gonna get bullied.
I got good news.
Their careers.
They filmed this like 2 years ago. Okay, so they're probably 2 years older by now. They're in their teenage years.
Well, I hope Lucasfilm calls them in and says, "Hey guys, we need to talk before your show comes out."
Yeah, stay off of Twitter. Tell mom and dad to take your phones. You know that's not going to stop them. These kids these days.
Now, I would love to be wrong. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I don't want Star Wars to fail. I would love to be wrong, and Skeleton Crew come out, and it's like, God damn, Star Wars is back. Whew. But the next thing you need to do is cancel that goddamn Rey movie. But that's another conversation. We could be here for Star Wars all night.
They got a lot to cancel. They have a lot to cancel. And if I'm looking at the way that I'm supposed to look at it, I'm going, bad writing, bad shows, bad creatives need to not continue. They may go, oh, we're doing the black thing, we're doing the woman thing. All right, we can't do both. Let's just do woman instead, white woman instead. Like, I think that's the message that I'm going to be receiving. Like that's the way I think of these guys, and it's going to be a net negative. What will take its spot? If there was a chance to renew this for season 2, let's just say it was a huge success, but there's not. Okay, good. That means that there's an empty space for some show in 2026. What Star Wars show will get that?
I don't know. They canceled the Lando show. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it needs to be good, needs to be thought out. Marvel and Disney and Star Wars, both of them have not been announcing brand new Star Wars shows. We got a renewal of Ahsoka. That was, I guess, an announcement. We know about Daredevil Born Again, but we knew about that 2 years ago. They've yet to announce Wonder Man, but we knew about that 2 years ago. What's next? Like, why are they so silent on their Disney Plus shows? There has to be a change in the strategy of Disney Plus and what they thought it was. They must think, okay, this is dead. We'll do one a year, and I think that will be the norm for 2027, 8, 9.
Right. No, I agree, and I do. What you just said was a good point too. They need a different strategy at Disney, over at Disney for Disney Plus. For all the people that were like, "Well, The Acolyte was the number one show watched on Disney Plus." That's not a fucking achievement. No one watches Disney goddamn Plus. No one watches Disney Plus unless a new show drops. So that's not an achievement. That's not an achievement. So like, and it was the lowest viewed Star Wars finale show of any of the Star Wars shows since Mando from 2018. So no, stop. I know, I understand that the fake outrage and all that stuff, but stop. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. It was shit. You don't have to call it shit if you don't want to. You can say, oh, it stunk. If you want to say stunk, it stinks. It was stinky. It was all of those things. So yeah.
One domain. That's right, Tony. Absolutely. What we got next?
What is next? Want to dive into talk about the Beau stuff?
Beau DeMayo? What? So if you guys were watching, Q, you were watching, right? Q, just say yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Last Thursday we were chit-chatting about it, and oh my God, Beau DeMayo finally spoke, and he was like, "I had a separations agreement with Marvel, and now they're trying to say that I violated it, and my credits are gone. I have rights." Well, then they came later that night, and they're like, "Hey, everyone, pay attention to why we fired him. Go back in time. Back in March, we had an investigation. And there were some egregious findings. That's all they said. But if you read the rest of the article, which you know they had say so on how this article
Which I
comes
did.
out, sources say he had misconduct. There was a word that begins with letter S before misconduct, and we all know what it was. And then right after that, here comes Jeff Snyder from the Snyder Report. The In-Snyder. This man told us he was groping. This man told us there's photos of him in various states of undress. And if you're a young staffer on that team, then you have the pictures whether you want them or not.
Crazy.
And there was so much wording. And as I read these wordings, which came out on Friday,
crazy.
I'm going, it's possible that there literally was a time at work where groping happened. But is it consensual? It was, because all they're accusing him of is misconduct. Yeah, he was in a relationship at work. He was misconducting at work. You're not supposed to do that, especially when you're the showrunner. You can't go down to the guys who are working for you and do that. It'll be seen as manipulative. I'm okay with it, by the way. Like, we're all grown. We can say yes, we can say no. We can handle each other, handle ourselves. There is no workplace employer of any staff of any place I've ever worked at where my employer could want to grope me or other things with me, and I would just, I don't know, I'm nervous. I know how to settle it, right? So I'm not bugged by it, but some people are bugged by it. There's a power dynamic. Either way, everything that he was being accused of and how it was worded and how they got Jeff Snyder to do all this dirty work, or whoever it was who reported to Jeff Snyder. By the way, I'm not mad at Snyder. Do what you do. You're getting handed information. You report on the information. I was told this. I'm not mad at Snyder, but I know where the reports are coming from and the intention. They were trying really hard to besmirch the reputation of Beau DeMayo rather than address what his problem was. We had a separations agreement. After our separations agreement in June, you sent me a letter. You said I can't be posting pictures of, you remember the Cyclops picture that he had? You can't post that Cyclops picture. And because he posted that Cyclops picture, the one that Q keeps returning to, I don't know why he keeps going back to it. Q, put it down, Q.
Oh.
This is his favorite part. Because this Cyclops picture that he posted on June 3rd.
Some of y'all are fucking No, but I don't get it in the sense of either side. Because, I mean, did you see what Beau's lawyer came out and say about all the defamation shit? Because
just in case anybody doesn't know what Beau's lawyer said on the defamation, here quickly, let me just read this. So Beau's lawyer came out and basically said, this is all some bullshit, blah, 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 blah. He said, my client never sent lewd videos and photos to his direct reports. This is a bald-faced lie and defamation. No one who reported Beau to HR received an inappropriate photo or video. This is simply untrue. As a proud gay black man, Disney knew exactly who he was and what he stood for. That's why they did not tell him to stop his OnlyFans page. They let him be himself, which allowed his creativity to thrive. When they objected to his to his free speech rights and not complying with illegal NDAs, a certain person over there tried to replace him because he was becoming more successful than other creators. Asked Disney if his separation agreement illegally silenced him. Let me know what they say. Don't print this crap. It's wrong and defamation.
Ask Disney if his separation agreement illegally silenced him. Let me know what they say, because they've never said a damn thing about that. No. They danced around it, and they're hoping that you do exactly that and think about, man, he must have got he couldn't keep his hands to himself at work, huh? Look at this guy. He's the next Diddy. That's what they want you to think.
They're honestly hoping another Johnny Depp situation and just it doesn't get to court. Let's say in the eyes of the public, we just shame him negative, and then he gets fired, blase this, forgotten about, and then he's hoping that since they have some sort of agreement or something that he's not going to take it to court. But I don't know. I think there's both in the wrong. I think, like you said, Beau's probably misconducting at work, 100%. I mean, who knows if he's sending these? I mean, because this is an issue me and Darius talked about before. They knew about the OnlyFans when they hired him, and so who's to say these people aren't on his OnlyFans saving these pictures? Who's to say that he's sending them consensually, unconsensually? this could have went to one straight man who just had a problem with it, and then boom, and then it could literally be any. I still say we don't have all the details. I mean, but I would still say I'm in the middle. I don't pick sides until everything comes out and everything. But I don't know. My fault. I definitely don't like the reaction to whatever he posted, because like people are saying in the comments, I've seen way worse. That's simple artwork of literally Halloween. It is a comic Halloween costume, and I don't know. I don't see the big issue with it. I mean, he posts shit like that on his Twitter of
All the
his
time.
real self while X-Men 97 was aired
All the time.
on Twitter for the public, all of us posting. I mean, he has the blankets on, but I'm willing to bet that nigga's butt ass naked in bed posting selfies like no
Yeah,
issues while 97 was airing. No issues. So I don't know. I think there's still a lot more that's definitely going to come out, because now that Beau's lawyers brought up the word defamation and the success of 97, them taking away his credits, I see it going that way, to be completely honest.
The quote from Beau's lawyer that Darius was just reading a second ago, that was in response to the streamer. What's his name? It's up here. This guy right here, Mo Hussein. He wrote an email to Beau DeMayo's lawyer. That's why he was responding to. What Beau's lawyer was saying is like, you realize that Disney allowed Beau to have an OnlyFans page. I don't know what he was sent though. What was Beau's lawyer sent from Mo for him to warrant this response? And then there's a paragraph, and he goes, "My client never sent lewd videos." Does that mean that Mo emailed Beau's lawyer? And what's Beau's lawyer name?
Asked
Brian?
him.
Yeah, Brian Friedman. So like, what Brian Friedman is telling you and me right now isn't really for you and me. He's talking to the writer of the streamer. He says, "Don't print this crap. It's wrong and defamatory." And what did Mo do? He's like, "Okay, fine. I'm just gonna print the email that Brian Friedman sent back to me." And we don't even know if it's the full email, because I don't see like greetings. I hope this comes. You know, people start emails that way, like hello. I don't see that here. This is just a response. This could have been cut up. There's no context. I want to see the email. Sorry?
I said it doesn't look very formal. You know, email usually formal.
Give me the entire chain. Why is he talking about OnlyFans and lewd photos and who worked under him? I need to know why Brian Friedman is talking like this, because this is not a prepared statement for the rest of the world. I'm sure Variety and Hollywood Reporter, and you know when they say we reached out and didn't get contact, I'm sure they all got emails from Brian Friedman, but they didn't post the emails like the sloppy journalist here from the streamer named Mo.
Yeah, for me, I'm kind of just waiting. I mean, that's why I really haven't done a video on it or really commented outside of just retweeting things or with a GIF or whatever, because I am waiting for more information to come out before I give my inner thoughts. But I will say this on it. Let's assume, because I did think this whenever it first came out, that the pictures, like the Jeff Snyder was saying, let's assume that that is real. And, you know, he was sending pictures of himself
to people who don't want them and they're not related to the show,
and continue to do it.
Oh, and continue to do it. All right, keep going.
Let's say he did that. I mean, wasn't that the report that he did it after he was asked to stop? He continued to do it.
Yeah. Keep going, because I might be on. Because I'm very Team Beau, unlike you and Darius. I put my flag down, but yeah, keep going.
No, I'm Team Beau. Hey, I was one of the ones that said at the very beginning, I don't know what the brother did, but if it's not too bad, bring him back. You know, blah 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 blah. I'm Team Beau. I'm
coming back.
No, he's not coming back. I'm Team Beau in certain ways. I'm not Team Beau in the way that he handled black characters on which are conversations we've had, you know, him being gay, him being black, him being, you know, being all of that. So I have issues there, but assuming he did do that, no, he needs to, that's some sick shit. If you are sending pictures of yourself, and
niggas tell you to stop.
Yeah, motherfuckers have told you
beg you to stop.
And you keep you're continuing to send yourself dressed as a different X-Men every week to someone. That's an issue. And you know, here's the thing too that I said. It honestly does make. And again, I'm not saying he did this. That's why I said. That's why I started with. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm gonna say it. That's why I said I'm waiting for more information. But it honestly makes sense as to why we saw some of the X-Men looking the way Magneto was all hemmed up in that Speedo and shit. I think we said this that night. I'm willing to bet that's and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not.
No,
we said it that
we
night.
Said that shit.
Yes, we said it the night we saw the episode.
You might be able to, I don't know if we got copyrighted for our reactions, but you might be able to go watch our facial expressions as that shit aired. Like,
yeah, because I was a little thrown back. I was like, is this Beau project? Is this something he has? Is he done this? Well, now the reason I bring that particular scene up because I mean, if he was sending lewd crazy pictures, maybe that's one of the pictures.
If it wasn't egregious enough for the show, it wasn't egregious enough to get him fired.
I just couldn't imagine 4 or 5 months from now we get a court case and that's what comes out, pictures of this is what he was sending. Beau DeMayo and the Magneto pose, just man. I'm gonna have to sit here, hop back on stream and tell niggas I'm sorry, I was wrong. That nigga is sick. What can you say? That is a freaky ass nigga. You gotta keep that nigga inside.
But assuming he did not, and this is some defamation shit. Oh well, they're gonna get sued out their fucking ass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This has getting settled written all over it. There's no way this goes into court.
Oh, if I'm Beau, I'm not settling. I don't want to settle. I want to go to depend. How much are you giving me?
Do you settle for your job back?
No. The reason I say that is the same.
Seasons 2, 3, and
I wouldn't. And the reason I say that is just simply because I didn't tell you this because I haven't seen you. But a few days ago, somebody from Express was talking to me. Blah 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 blah. Oh, yeah, they need help up there. I would not go back simply because I've been let go. If I go back, it's going. You're watching my every move. I'm having to. Yeah, I'm having to walk on eggshells. Like, you know, the shit I have, the control I had before, I feel like I wouldn't have that. So no, hell no. But again, money does talk. Money does talk. Because look at John Boyega. He said he wasn't going back to Star Wars. Look at that nigga.
Marvel ain't paying express pay, nigga.
Boyega returning. Boyega would be different than me. For me, I think though the relationship went sour and there was mud being thrown. So for that reason, I don't want to be in that environment again. If you break a relationship with me, no matter what, in any facet of life, I'll never return to it. Like, why wouldn't it happen a second time? Why I'm not that forgiving and the world is too big and there's too many other people to form bonds with. So I think he shouldn't even want to be back with them.
I wouldn't.
No settling of I can be the writer for season 2. You're gonna come and see the same people at the same. If Brad Winderbaum is gone, and that's Winderbaum with a D, Darius.
Oh, is it not Winterbaum?
It is not. And if,
it's Winder.
It's Winderbaum, really. Allow me to just throw shade at you, like, you know, and let's pass by it. But like Kevin Feige, if he's still there, if it's the same people, the same staff, like, what am I expecting out of this relationship? It's gonna be the same, like. Literally the same. Maybe some new young staffers, but the same job.
Yeah.
Shout out Pam. No, he's not going back to Star Wars, but he changed his answer in how open he would be to returning to Star Wars.
Because I'm sure they hit him with, brother, this is what we're paying you. And he probably said, oh, may the force be with you. Shit.
The only other option I could think of is fame. Money and fame are different, and Beau DeMayo's never known before 97. Now he's having daily interactions on the net, probably making more money on OnlyFans. So I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't even think of that. He probably is making more money on
He's
like the cult favorite over there on OnlyFans.
And if he's and I'm just gonna keep it real. And if he's on there doing comic book shit, people have fetishes, bro. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying, hey, if it piques your interest, I don't know how much the brother's charging, but go subscribe.
No wonder Bishop was on the show.
Yeah. So I'm honestly waiting.
First, Planet Fanatics advertising, Beau DeMayo's only.
Subscribe to Bonely Fans.
Use code PF.
Yeah, use code PF for 50% off.
Need my cut.
Tell him we sent you. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for more. When more comes out, then I'll have more to
And
say.
the reason Chill is not waiting is because the worst Marvel could tell us was we found some egregious stuff. Quote, Mr. DeMayo was... So I hate when my mouse does that. The quote from Marvel is that Mr. DeMayo was terminated in March 2024 following an internal investigation, said a Marvel spokesperson in a statement. Given the egregious nature of the findings, we severed ties with him immediately, and he has no further affiliation with Marvel. That's all they said. Down here, sources say that following his exit, an agreement was reached between the two parties over the issue of tweeting about the show, something DeMayo had continued to occasionally do. In light of the breaches, his credit for season 2 was removed. Okay? In
Yeah,
light
that's
of the
kind of
breaches, his credits for season 2 were removed. While no details of this cause of the termination or the internal reviews have surfaced, sources say it involved misconduct. Marvel never claims any of this stuff, and Marvel tries to write it off like he violated the terms back in March, and that's why he's not affiliated. That's not true. He was affiliated with you after you got rid of him. You signed a separation deal with terms and agreements of what is allowed and what's not allowed. That's what Beau DeMayo is saying. You're saying Beau DeMayo is crying. The separations deal was violated, and Marvel said that's enough reason to get rid of my credits, and I'm not allowed to the Emmys. Beau DeMayo is only talking about the separations deal. He's not crying and whining. Not once has he whined, I shouldn't have been fired. He says the separations deal that we agreed on March after I'm terminated, that contract, that has language in there that are what? Violating my constitutional rights or however they put it. That's flawed. That is what they're using to discredit me. And he deserves to be credited. As long as that,
No,
if
you're
I
right.
watch season 2, episode 1, and they're still in Egypt, and I see Apocalypse, the themes continue from his, then he is credited for this show.
Yeah, no, I completely agree on that. When I saw that, that's what he was, that's why he had spoken up, was the reason that he wasn't getting credit. Yeah, no, that's wrong. I mean, shit, he did. He wrote that season. So
anybody recognize this name? He says, bring back Snipes. Then Wesley Snipes. He says, bring back Snipes. He says, rehire Wesley Snipes. Who's this? Vervey.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't know, but that shit is scary how you can just rewrite history, remove a nigga credits. I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, Disney's going back and editing shit on like cartoons and stuff that's not like the original animations that came out 20 years ago and shit. It's edited now, and they can, like, they went back and edited the end of that one episode where Doctor Strange was at the end of WandaVision in the finale or whatever. Like, niggas can just go back and change shit.
Right.
Shit kind of scary.
Yeah. But that's the Beau. I mean, that's really it on Beau until more comes out.
It's Sheed. Now he's talking about Snipes. Is that where we want to go next?
Well, we can go into that next.
Niggas got bullied into their next topic.
We should timestamp these.
This has been a topic that on our channel, I believe on the Pantheon too, for a while. I have said many times when talking about Blade, I believed the next thing that we were going to hear was either going to be Mahershala Ali has walked away, creative differences, or Marvel and they've just agreed to part ways mutually, or something like that. There's going to be some fancy, no drama type of headline. But I can tell you there's drama. There's drama. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care about Kevin Feige getting up, talking to everyone, saying, "Oh, we're good. I'm went over the script. We're trying to pin a director." None of that. I don't care. Wesley Snipes gets up and even Wesley doing the interview saying, it's not Mahershala's fault that they can't get it off the ground, and he's this and that, and he supports it. You don't put a line like, and I understand it's a joke or whatever, but is that, as I said at the first night, is that truly a joke? Like, really though, bro, the film is currently in limbo. They've gone through 6 directors.
Comedy is a nice way to tell a lot of truths.
Yeah, no, for real. Cat Williams.
As bad as it may sound, and how many jokes I done spit out where it's like, yeah, I'm trying to make niggas laugh, but I'm so serious.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, it's terrible. 6 directors, however many writers. The film is currently in limbo. It's not going. And then the last thing here, you look at the fan reception online. I said this last time. I didn't know this many people didn't want Ali as Blade.
Wow.
And I don't think it's so much people don't want Ali as Blade as so much as they just would prefer a fourth. Maybe if this film would have come out, I don't know, 6 years ago, people would be like, "Oh yeah, this is dope." But
It's
being
kinda
strung
already
along,
played out.
yeah, I mean, being strung along this long. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a shit if it happens or it doesn't happen. I really don't, because we're like, as I said, the most recent thing that's come out about it is not that it's in limbo. The most recent thing that's come out about it is that Jan DeMayo is back directing it.
Whoa.
This was put in Deadline's article today. They put out an article that said Jan DeMayo was back directing it, but then a few hours after that article, they went back and edited that article and took that out. So I don't know. I'm telling you, there's some messy shit going on with Blade. You will never see Mahershala Ali in a Blade suit unless it's fan art. I don't think so.
And I
just don't think so.
I want this Mahershala Ali. I don't want them to have ran him off. I want him to be sticking with it, and I need him to just have a little bit more perseverance, bro. Just do it for us. We need this character to resume. No matter how bad that they have been, and how many movies with only 2 fight scenes and every other script and every other firing and delays and excuses of the lockdowns and then there's the writer's strike. Just look how long he stuck with it, right? Just a little bit longer.
Yeah. No,
they did enough to run him off. They did enough. I'm not mad at him if he was like just professional.
I'm not mad at him at all.
I'm not, but I don't know, man. Yeah,
this man is a 2-time Academy Award nominee who came to you and you said, when Mahershala knocks on your door, you answer the call. And now you motherfuckers are, and again, I saw somebody say, well, it's not just as simple as killing vampires. Motherfucker, it really is, though.
It is.
It really is, though. It is that simple. It's killing vampires. And I understand you did the story.
It's as easy as Hulk smash.
Man, I mean, so no, it's not. And don't get me wrong, I would like to see a Wesley Snipes, like, I guess, but then that goes out to that whole till you're 90 conversation and all that kind of stuff. But I would like to have Mahershala have his shot, but at the same time, I also don't care. This is I don't care anymore. If it happens, it happens. If they don't,
I'm definitely in the middle on it because, like you said, 2-time Academy Award winner, and it's just at this point, it almost feels disrespectful to not have a good script written for such an easy plot. And so I'd honestly call James Gunn, see what he could work out at DC, and I'd just get that shit going and just slap Marvel in the face. Fuck it. Because at some point, I genuinely do think it is disrespectful. I don't know if it is writing this or he's acting this way on set or they're doing this and that. But at some point, it just feels personal to have 2019 announced, get through COVID. You're announcing you're coming out with shit through COVID and announcing shit through COVID. Then we get back in a new phase where projects suck. You don't even try to pivot in his direction any sooner, knowing you have that. You pivot back to Robert Downey Jr. faster than you get to Blade. And so I don't know. I just don't. I would not be mad at him at all for walking. I'd honestly want him to see him go work something out DC Universe, because I do think him in the comic book world would be super dope. It's something I want to see. Blade is something we all wanted to see in 2019 when it was announced. Maybe even 2-3 years ago, it's still something we all want to see now, considering they just put Wesley Snipes back in Deadpool. But it's just, like I said, it feels just, you said strung out, I said played out. It just feels that way at this point.
He's scratching his comic book itch when he plays Uncle Aaron. He's playing the Prowler for those Miles Morales Spider-Verse movies. He had a little role in the end of the second movie. We expect him again. So, and it's voice acting, so it doesn't really dominate his career the same way that when you agree to do a Marvel movie, they got you. Your career is on.
Ali plays Prowler.
Yeah, he's
Ali
the one who
plays
does the voice.
Prowler's voice.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Knowing that now, you can see like, okay, he'll do the sound or the the what do you call the audio when you do voice acting? That's what it's called.
Mhm.
He'll do the voice acting, but you can do that really on any schedule. It doesn't have to be in this 30 days. It's voice acting. You come and you do it when you got to do it. That's the thing. Like it's flexible for him. So they're not really keeping his career pigeonholed, not too strongly, because he is getting work through that at least. But it's been 5 years. Like, what are we doing now?
Yeah, it's been 5 years, and honestly, like I said, if I'm Ali, I wouldn't. I mean, I just it's and then my I guess my one of my big things too. 2019, that was WandaVision. 2020, WandaVision.
2021 was one.
2021.
2021. Okay.
Yeah, it's that January, February, right after 2020. Yeah, so
Okay.
2021.
That time period was still a very exciting time to be a Marvel fan. I mean, again, I think I use this example a lot. People were waking up at 2 a.m. to watch and talk about on Twitter
Yep.
the latest episode of WandaVision. So it was it was still a fun time to be a Marvel fan then. Then, if you would have told me, because I was excited, I'm not saying that they announced this then, but at the time when they announced Vision Quest, when they announced Young Avengers, when they announced all these shows, I was excited. I could give a flying shit about any of that.
Even Ironheart.
A flying shit about any of that. And the
It's
reason I don't care is because now with this whole bringing in Robert Downey Jr., I am so more just curious, and they need to be focused on this too. The multiversal slot. Can we just get through this? And because how does Blade fit into that? Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't go watch a Blade film that doesn't fit into the multiversal saga. That's fine, but there are a lot of loose ends that haven't been told. Blade, one of them. His voice was in Eternals, but there are a lot of loose ends that it's convoluted right now, everything. And it's just, I feel like, I don't know, bro. I feel like they need to focus on some other shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit to get to. And like you said, it's just, that's not what they're focused on. It's, as much as I hate to bring it up, it's the T'Challa situation. Like I said, they're just not worried about it right now. They have more things they need to focus on, especially with bringing Doom back. So we know there's even probably more conversations about what they're doing with that going on behind closed doors. And I don't know. It's just like you said, 2-3 years ago, 4 or 5, when they announced this shit and it was
high
coming
on
out,
it.
and we were excited because we could sit and debate where they're going and how these things are connecting. But now that we're 5 years ahead and we see none of this shit connects and none of it is going anywhere, and they're stalling on some of the shit that they even announced then, it makes, I mean, we talk about this all the time. Secret Wars isn't going to come out until 2028, in my opinion, just because they push so much shit back. They announce shit coming out here. They don't finish. They have to reshoot. They have to do edits. They have to pay the VFX workers. There's a protest going. There's always some random shit that just makes them push back. And I don't know. I just don't. As much as it's not 2-3 years ago where we had all that faith in Feige, I think he's putting that time towards comics, putting that time towards TV shows and shit. I don't know. Like we talked about, I don't think it's that 2-3. I think he has something to prove again. In
I've
my
got
opinion.
nothing to prove. My track record speaks for itself. Q. So if you can just keep the Q's to yourself, and I'll be the A, because that's who I am, buddy. All right. Everyone's gonna love representation. Wonder Man. You're gonna be watching that week after week, talking about it. We might even do a thing where we dump it all on one day, just to keep you guys out of crime.
Here. Hey, where Nate Moore at?
Oh, you want Nate Moore?
Where Nate Moore at?
Nate Moore? He's not available right now. Nate Moore?
What about the last 3-4 months? This whole year. Hey, Darius, when the last time you heard from Nate Moore?
And they put that nigga back on the ship.
Hey, who told you?
Yeah, they put that nigga back on the ship. Someone asked, how do we know that Blade or Ali walked as Blade? Now, we don't know that Ali walked as Blade. This is nothing for sure. This is obviously everything is take with a grain of salt until it comes officially from Marvel Studios. But Jeff Snyder has been on a roll lately. And according to Jeff Snyder, Marvel is moving further away from making Mahershala Ali's Blade in favor of Wesley Snipes' Blade film. So this is, I guess, what
ignore that. I had it, but I guess I didn't pause the video, so it's it's not
I
on
mean,
the
and
right place.
I don't think what Ryan Reynolds went and posted made shit better for fucking Mahershala Ali either. Begging this new generation of Twitter users to please let Marvel Daddy back and this and that, and he started it, give him the send off. That didn't help Mahershala Ali
not at all.
at all.
The most viewed video on my channel now is the Wesley Snipes as Blade video, and it's comments every minute, every hour. I don't know how many comments that thing has now. It's just people saying the same thing over and over. No one wants Ali. We all want Wesley. No Ali. Who asked for Ali? I'm telling you, it's pretty.
Could be bots.
No.
But why would bots do that? Like, is Marvel really that dedicated? Let's get some bots to do the Wesley, artificial Wesley push. Is that what they're going for?
Right. And then whoever brought up the Lakeith thing, that is a report from Exiled Scooper, obviously not Jeff Snyder. Exiled Scooper is, we'll say, a spotty track record. But they said that Marvel wants Lakeith Stanfield for the role. They feel bad about the Silver Surfer situation and want to make it up to him.
They don't feel bad for nothing. What? They feel bad for a guy who they had audition for something. Oh, we feel bad for you. There's no relationship there. They didn't spend 30 days on set for a movie. What? We feel bad.
Not at all. Well, the community, and this was the funny part, because the community notes, well, the post that Exiled Scooper posted was, he said, word on the street is Marvel wants Lakeith Stanfield, blah, 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 blah. So the community notes came back, because, that's kind of the new thing on Twitter. It said, Mahershala Ali is still involved, and there is no confirmation about his exit from Blade. But the streets do say that user Exiled Scooper is known for spreading misinformation for attention and making bogus claims for clicks. So I don't know. Is that a real thing, or is Marvel really looking at Lakeith Stanfield to come in and be Blade? I know before we started, Chill had said, that's a good look. He could see Lakeith as Blade. He would have to put on, obviously, I said that, and obviously he would have to put on some muscle too. Someone did say on Twitter, I don't remember who it was, they said he'd possibly make a better Brother Voodoo. Even with that, he'd have to put on some muscle. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, the whole Blade shit is just.
Aldous Hodge is right there.
I need him for T'Challa. If they do bring him in the MCU.
Pretty good T'Challa.
He's one of my picks.
Yeah, the streets. Greatest source, the streets.
Yeah, that's what the streets are saying. I don't believe the streets. I don't think Lakeith Stanfield is Marvel. Like you said, Jill, I don't know why they would feel bad. And we don't even know that we didn't even know that he auditioned for Silver Surfer or was even in the running for Silver Surfer until he posted about it and then deleted that post. He posted and said, "Oh shit, I guess I'm not getting the role," or whatever he said. Marvel didn't pay attention to that post, and they didn't pay attention to. No, they're not offering Lakeith Stanfield Blade.
Whoever said Marvel feels bad for him, that was Marvel. Marvel wants you to the information out there to paint their studio out as a studio with feelings and how these actors feel. That's what they wanted. We love you, little minority guy over here. We love you guys. I'm looking at it like, why was he even in the running for Silver Surfer? That's a way to get a black casting
with another. Exactly.
But look at we're not even finishing these sentences. Yeah. And we know what we're thinking. Right?
Yeah.
They'll just cover your face up. We hired black. What do you mean? No, the whole point of it is to have like this screen time and to have moments of highs and lows and cheering for this character from an international audience. And then when we hear about something that happened in Sudan, we might actually humanize with them and do something about it. Or we can continue to only portray melanin, dark skin. We can only portray it in themes of trauma, oppression, negative themes, and then we'll never get results internationally. Not to mention, if you actually are a black kid, to have that aspiration to steer you in the direction that is a positive way. Because the role model aspect also exists too. It's not just about the negativity, which there's a mute button, right, Q? There's a mute button, yeah. No, we'll wait. You'll find it, and then you'll never have to. There's a mute button down there.
I can't reach it.
Why are you being like that?
I can't reach it.
He's trying to outcool me. I can't reach it. Like, no, we're gonna do this. The mute button is on the microphone or on StreamYard. Either or. You'll find it. You'll find it. Yeah, he's the guy.
I'm hoping I'm sitting here long enough that you gonna forget what you're talking about, and then that's gonna give you another reason to be mad at me.
It worked. Because I forget where we were at all. The comments say Aldous Hodge as Blue Marvel. Ooh, they're not doing Blue Marvel. I said last time it's too woke.
Yeah, I don't. And will we even want that with what we've seen from Monica?
What we haven't seen.
I don't know if I'm just in a mood tonight.
Exactly that.
I don't know if I'm just in a mood tonight or if it's just this week or whatever. I don't want to shit on anybody's hopes or dreams. That never happened. And I'm not talking about Aldous Hodges. I'm talking about Blue Marvel in general.
The niggas didn't know what to do with the Hulk.
No,
that was the worst. Yeah,
and I think we brought this up the last time. Blue Marvel is a character that was told by JFK, "Nigga, we appreciate you, but retire because you're black." Like that's not a story Marvel is about to put on screen and promote. I mean, there's other stories you could do, but that's where it starts. You know, a lot of it's. I mean, so it's like. I mean, I don't know. I think they're doing that? No. You get Hancock before you get fucking Blue Marvel.
No, they'll do the story, but the president will be Kamala Harris. Hire Viola Davis or something.
Oh, we appreciate you, my brother.
That's what you're already getting right now with General Ross telling Sam he's not Steve.
Oh yeah,
that's
basically
what he's telling him. You're
nigga, you ain't Steve. You ain't the White Hope.
Get your black ass out of this office, boy.
Work with me, boy. Instead of work with me, say work with me, boy.
I saw that loan request you put in too.
You better work with me if you want to save your daddy's house. Was it his daddy's house or his sister's house? Whatever fucking house it was.
It was a house or boat or something.
Oh, boat. It was the boat. Boat. Yeah. But did you see that? On a different note here, Robert Downey Jr. spoke with the Hollywood Reporter and confirmed that he is not playing a variant. He is playing Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von.
He is not playing a variant. This is not going to be some universe where some shit went awry and now Tony Stark is Victor. This is Victor. Through and through. He said that Kevin Feige came to him and said, how can we not go backwards? How do we not disappoint expectations? How can we continue to beat expectations? Let's get Victor Von Doom right. Well, you fucked up one. You didn't get him right by bringing in RDJ. And what makes it worse is it's been reported again from Jeff Snyder that they were originally looking at who was it? Lars McKellen? Lars,
no,
yeah. Was it Lars? Not Lars.
The dude that plays Caecilius.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads
Mikkelsen. My bad. Yes. Mads Mikkelsen. I would have adored that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's no Cillian Murphy or even what's brother's name that plays Jaime Lannister. I was even rooting for that one. It's none of those. Yeah. But Mads Mikkelsen would have worked. I would have taken that.
That whole story off Doctor Strange 1 is just so put off and forgotten about. Half motherfuckers watching Marvel
don't even remember that he played. Yeah.
Because I did watch it, I did like it, I did remember it. I don't like it. So Gemma Chan, who played Minerva with the blue face in Captain Marvel, she was in Eternals as Cersei. I don't like that they casted double. I'm not with any of it.
That didn't bother me because I even forgot she was in Captain Marvel.
When I forget though, go ahead.
I feel you. I really would have preferred that over because he played such a. I mean, yeah, he was, I guess, the overall outside Dormammu antagonist of the film, but Robert Downey Jr. has how many times have we seen him as Iron Man in the MCU? How many times have we seen
3
Mickelson.
Iron Man movies, 4 Avengers movies, and then he did Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's too damn much. So Mickelson was in Doctor Strange for however long he was in it. I can overlook that one.
Nigga didn't even have
Opposed
to
to
think about it. Nigga said that's too much.
Yeah,
that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. And so I don't know. Like I said last time we talked about it, he can't come in as Doctor Doom and be witty or quippy Doom has moments where he's funny, and those moments are hilarious. But it's Doom is not cracking jokes like, thanks, pissant. Like, that's not, you can't do that. And I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he he already said he likes playing complicated characters. He's going to come in and try to do this completely different. Da 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 da. That doesn't give me ease. I'm just quoting what he said. I just, it's not the move I would have went with. I would not have went with RDJ.
For the cost, no, I wouldn't have gone with it. I'm still hoping and I'm still thinking he's playing RDJ. I mean, rather Tony Stark. But like, let's just pretend he's playing Doom. This is a waste of money to pay 80 million or however million you're gonna get. He's not that big of a star. It's weird, and I don't want to see the heroes looking at him face to face and not thinking what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, bruh. Like, what? So you telling me because he's not gonna have on, like, I don't know if he's gonna treat this the way what's his name, American Psycho. I don't know if he's gonna treat it the way that he treated it with Gore.
Gore, yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be like, oh, no, I want my face showing or blah, blah, blah. But brother, again, as I said, it's too much. We've seen your face enough. You better put on that fucking mask because I don't want him to come face to face with Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Holland not, are we going to pretend like Holland's just going to be like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Like, what are we doing? And if we are doing that, then why can't we recast T'Challa? Like, why does his face not matching need to matter? It's just bizarre to me. But we're gonna watch all of these characters because look, they're paying him all that money. He's not wearing a mask. We're gonna see all these characters interact with the guy who looks like their friend Tony Stark, except whoa, his face is different from another universe. So they have to recognize how his face looks just like their friend who died.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Let's say he is, and obviously not. That's why we're all not, maybe not upset, but not agreeing with the cast. And so let's say, even if he does have the mask on the whole time, how good is Robert Downey Jr.'s acting ability to pull off a legit Doom? Do you think he pulls off
He's great.
An opposite Iron Man the whole time without showing his face?
He's an actor. He can do. He's done how many movie characters before? He won an Oscar just for Oppenheimer for his character there. He can do it.
I don't know, man.
That's my thing. And so, you're sitting here clearly saying he can do it, while you got another person saying I don't know. And so, I don't know. It's just
it's tough because it's like you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole that you put yourself in, and you now have pivoted to your greatest villain in the comics, period. And I don't know. We have to wait and see, like I said the last time, but you can't fuck this up. Like, because if you fuck this up, is there a reboot? Is there a reboot? Do you think if you fuck this up, do you think they're like, oh, okay, now we, or do you bury this shit?
I was going to ask, though. Is the accent going to be there? Is the mask going to be on?
I don't think so.
If so, is it that's not Doom?
That's what the last time you and I had this conversation with Corey, I said that. I said, don't expect the accent.
You did. You did say that.
Yeah, don't expect any of that shit. This is going to be the makeshift MCU version of Doctor Doom. He's not gonna
that's why I'm asking that question. Is he going to pull off a legitimate Doom? And that's where it might not be Robert Downey Jr. It might come down to writing and who's directing and this and that and what actual plans they have for him. Because like we talk about, we don't know if there is anything going on after with Doom with a reboot or anything like that. If Robert Downey's just saving their ass for Secret Wars and then they're going to reboot and do all this and that. But like you said, they've pivoted to their greatest villain, and now you have to do something substantial and not that great amount of time. You don't have that long to just bring in this plot line off the bench that you've been cooking in for 6 Man of the Year, and it's just gonna save you and win the finals and all these awards and shit. Like, it's gonna take more than Doom, because it's gonna take some of these heroes' acting ability to pull off something meaningful. Like, if Doom kills fucking Shang-Chi, I'm not like some of these heroes. If Doom walks in and just snaps, and how Chris Evans disintegrated in Deadpool, I'm not gonna sit here and be like how I was when Thanos beat Hulk's ass. Like, when that shit happened,
Oh,
opening
right.
scene, I was
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, nigga. But if Doom were to do some shit like that, opening scene with not that much being pre-established, I just don't know how much emotional connection or even how entertained I'd be in the sense.
I do want to say this too. Let me rephrase. Don't expect some things with Doom. I don't want to say that as just like, oh, that's just what it's going to be, because honestly, obviously, I don't even know. But the Russos are handling this. They are comic book fans. So I would hope, with them being comic book fans and the way that they handled Civil War and everything else that they've handled with the multitude of characters they had to do with in Civil War.
Yeah.
I would hope that they handled this well and they understand that, okay, this has to be Doom to form Doom. He needs to, like, the magic. Like, I don't want any Iron Man shit. Like, I understand people are like, well, he did use Iron Man to fuck that. I don't want, when I first see Doctor Doom in the MCU, I don't want him using Stark tech. Like, no, just Victor. He's got
to come in some sorcerer on some nutty shit, but I don't know. I think it's just super difficult to just sub this plot in whenever you know you're not doing that well. Because even whenever they did it, that's our immediate reactions. We're sitting here, they're trying to save their asses, they're trying to do this and that. And so who's to say we're not going to be sitting there in movie theaters watching Doom on screen like, man, this is just Marvel trying to save their ass.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean anything to me. If he is playing Doom, I'm going, it's just an actor. Like, I'm not that starstruck. The character of Dr. Doom is huge. Just not as much as Superman, but you know how it doesn't matter who they really cast Superman. The catch is Superman. It's the same thing with Dr. Doom to an extent. We didn't need this. When people say that it's lazy, or they're not being creative, or they're not taking risks. Someone said something about risks up here. Like, I'm not even thinking that way. I'm just going, this is bizarre to me. Pay an actor $1 million. There's plenty of guys who have been around and have a lot of experience. They're in their 50s. You can just pay them $1 million. You're going to be Doom, and they'll love it.
Yeah, I mean,
and you could probably get a lot closer and shit without having to do as much and cater to one person on set and this and that, and just, I don't know, the time alone that you have to spend with Robert Downey Jr. and catering to him and probably just doing random shit on set. I don't know. It's just what they say. He already gets his own trailer or his own it's just a lot of shit that you didn't have to do.
Oh, he gets a trailer compound. It wasn't his own trailer.
I was going to say, he gets, that's fucking nutty.
And then there's, of course, the Kang of it all. Rejected Scooper says that Prime Kang is the universe that the Fantastic Four are from is the same universe that Prime Kang is from. And when that was shared, I was thinking, okay, so? Because what does that matter? Kang is not the threat anymore. So I don't give a fuck if Kang's from Earth 90210. It does not matter. Like, it does not matter. Kang, he's no longer the threat. So I don't care about Prime Kang being in. If he is in the Fantastic Four, even if it's mentioned, it's not going to make me like. If that would have been mentioned before, if they'd be like, "Oh, Prime Kang," I'd be like, "Oh shit." If it's mentioned, it's just a line. I'm just like, okay, keep the movie going.
Water is wet.
Yeah. Same way they talked about Roma Tut and X-Men 97 or whatever.
Yeah, like, why? I don't care.
Much anymore.
It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they were talking about Kang mentions in Moon Knight. It does. Why? Like, I get it. Like, close the chapter. I can hear people saying, well, of course, you want them to close the chapter. Yeah, that's fine. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I don't care. Like, and I obviously they're not catering to my care. I'm just saying I don't care about Kang anymore. When you brought RDJ out and said Doom is the big bad, you made Kang so fucking obsolete. It does not matter. It doesn't matter.
I could hope 5 years from now, the regime at the top of that company is gone. It's maybe 7 years from now, and they pick up the phone and they say, Jonathan, you're playing Kang. That guy in Ant-Man Quantumania who they defeated, he actually just went to the micro quantum realm, and he finds his way out of it, and then there's one Kang left, and it's you. And he comes back like in a movie 7 years from now. Do you think the MCU has a bright future? Let's start with you, Q. Bright future.
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, comic book fans are going to be around forever. There's every time a good film comes out, I mean, we all say it in studio, there's not any superhero fatigue. And so I think not as long as, but if they can pivot and turn to getting shit right, and I don't know what reboot or soft reboot or what they're planning on doing, but I just want to see something closer to source material with better writing. Honestly, I think this phase was kind of the phase of shit writers. We haven't had too many good writers from Eternals to She-Hulk to a lot of the TV shows. Quite honestly, to everything. Maybe like Shang-Chi was written well, Guardians was cool, and WandaVision low-key. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think the future is just on fire, sell everything. I think they definitely have whatever they want in their hands, and they have the ability to make money with the characters they have. But it's definitely, they've gotten to the point where they're so popular we can hate on their every little move. And I think we all get lost in that because we spend a lot of time on the internet. So they definitely get a lot of hate, but they definitely do some things well right now. And they can definitely get back to how they were in phases 1 through 3 or 4. And just, I don't know.
That's my answer too, though. The way that you said that Secret Wars, you're talking about this reboot, refresh, whatever they want to do. All these worlds will have incursions. There will be no more universes left. When the heroes win at the end of that 3-hour movie in 2027, when the heroes finally win, the universe could be whatever we want. T'Challa could be back. Robert Downey could be back as Iron Man. Everything can return to the way it's supposed to be, and then it's just a matter of, do we hire the Russo brothers? The Russo brothers had 5 years away, and they had the level of success that they had. There's no, you've already exercised that, the itch to go independent. You got the Russo brothers on board, and I hope of these next 3 years they'll find like a good solid creator. I know Destin Daniel Cretton, the Naruto guy, aka the Shang-Chi guy, they still got him on board. Ryan Coogler. We've got some people in the bullpen, and so is the future bright? The light is on the future. The light is on. It's not a bright light, but it's on. Darius?
No, I mean, well, I don't want to say no. Yeah, I think so for sure, because the turnaround is, I mean, all jokes aside, the hate aside, recast T'Challa, all that, but just Marvel as a whole, the MCU as a whole, you can see them making, or attempting at least, to make adjustments, or trying to, in Kevin Feige's words from years ago, how do you outdo, what do you say, Mount Rushmore? How do you outdo whatever you did before? How do you elevate it? I do believe they're honestly trying to do that. Obviously, they brought back RDJ. They're putting in, subbing Doctor Doom for Kang. All the cameos and things that are rumored to come. I mean, so I think the future's bright. I do think that the future's bright because, as Q said, as we've all said, there is no such thing as superhero fatigue. That is just proven. Deadpool is the highest rated R grossing film of all time.
We haven't even got half the shit we're asking for from Marvel. Like, there's so much shit they can.
And there's still so much more.
Unless they stick with this all new, all different that Feige's writing, and that the comics I send you every week, Darius, because Darius, every time I send you a new comic, I'm assuming that that's what Kevin Feige's correlating into the MCU. That's what I'm thinking every time I send you a comic. And so I send you a comic almost every other day. So there's just, I don't know. I think maybe I've read some comments. Yeah, the future there's a light. I don't know if it's bright, but because if they stick to that all new, all different, man, is that gonna piss some people off?
Yeah,
Just look at
they've
how
got
All New, All Different ended, and that's good enough
in the
reason
comics.
not to follow it.
They've got some work to do for sure. For sure. I mean, and to segue into that topic there with that, uh, if you want to start with that, Wakanda Forever, with future being bright, chill, or not Wakanda Forever. Sorry, the World of Wakanda live action series that is rumored at Marvel.
Yeah, you might as well call it Wakanda Forever. They're just sticking Wakanda on it because everyone knows that brand. Thank God the first movie had a catchphrase to do this, Wakanda Forever. And I think Chadwick's idea was he introduced that thing. He said like, it was from this other culture, and so we're gonna adapt it. Yeah, this show's called World of Wakanda, everyone. Live action, okay? It'll use the same cast that we all know. Shuri, M'Baku, and yay! That's the new Disney Plus idea.
Ironheart will probably be there
Yeah,
for
maybe she'll show
for
up.
some odd reason. I have no idea. I still don't know why she's in Wakanda.
I'm disinterested. Like, what am I gonna tell you you haven't already heard? That this is the franchise without its primary character. They're milking it. They want to disassociate him from this brand, but it's like they know they have a moneymaker. They know they have a golden cow, and they're doing this. When Thor was a hit, did they ever say, let's explore Asgard with our, TV show about Asgard? And let's say New Asgard.
Right.
We've had Disney Plus for 5 years. We have not visited New Asgard. The Sorcerer Supreme, does he get a Kamartaj original? No, we don't get that. Doctor Strange gets Doctor Strange movies. Even without being the Sorcerer Supreme, he gets Doctor Strange movies. There's other franchises who've kind of got their group. I don't see it. I don't see Spider-Man's background supporting characters getting their own kind of New York series. I don't see it. So what are we doing here?
Right. Yeah, no, right. And yes, to answer that question, they are two different shows. Eyes of Wakanda is going to be 4 episodes, 30 minutes each, where they're going to all do different things. One of the episodes is going to be them time traveling back to Wakanda. The Wakandans are going to not like something that happened. And this is just a report. They're not going to like something that happened. Then they are going to time travel back to stop the Horde from doing what happened. Meanwhile, the king of their nation, T'Challa, who died from a sickness that he can't die from, that Wakanda cured, they can't time travel to heal him or bring him back.
Watch, they're gonna shut you up on episode 1. They're gonna time travel to bring back T'Challa.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say something.
It's not gonna work again, and it's not gonna work again, and they'll give up. And T'Challa will have a line like, "Just let me die," And then everyone.
I guarantee you, the time traveling is not even gonna specifically come from Wakanda itself, because again, if we're to believe the rumors of this stupid show that is coming out, this show is called Eyes of Wakanda, but the eyes are everywhere else but in Wakanda. They're in Kunlun.
Yeah,
they're in the Greek. They're in with the Greek gods or with the Trojan War. Yeah, like this. So the eyes might be Wakandan, but they ain't in Wakanda. This show is happening everywhere but in Wakanda. So I guarantee you, the time traveling is either going to be something from the gods, from Greece, or I don't know, but I guarantee you they can't make Wakanda look too intelligent. These niggas can't come up with time traveling. No. They have to have outside help from it, because Wakanda in the MCU is all, and this is on the sacred timeline. So this is the same Wakanda. This is the same Wakanda that got beat by what Dr. Umar said. This is the same Wakanda that we saw get breached constantly in Wakanda Forever. This is the same Wakanda that couldn't heal their king, but could heal Vision, could heal Ross, and could, heal Bucky. This is that Wakanda. So they can't make Wakanda look too superior, because it has to look like the same inferior Wakanda. So yeah, no, this is not going to be and whatever the world of Wakanda is, or whatever you want to explore with that, like people were acting dense as fuck on Twitter this week talking about, so you're trying to tell me that there's Wakanda exists because of T'Challa? Nigga, yes. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? There is no Little Debbie shit without Little Debbie. Like, do you know how that story went? The reason there are Little Debbie snacks is because her dad based the snacks off of, they were making snacks to base the snacks off of her. Like that you understand how there's not, you have to have something has to first be a thought in order for other things to come from that thought. T'Challa was that thought in 66. So in order for him to be, because somebody was like, well, no, he was in, shut the fuck up. In order for him to be a thought for Wakanda, Vibranium, the Doras, the royal family, any of that extra shit that comes with T'Challa, that motherfucker has to be there. So for you to do a World of Wakanda show, and again, I was on board with some of these shows before you decided not to recast T'Challa. I wanted the Midnight Angels. I wanted the Okoye. I wanted all that shit. And it would have been fine because I knew T'Challa was still alive. And maybe, I'm sure, he would have shown up, been mentioned or something. Yeah. But it's the fact that he's dead and you are continuing to try to expand this world without the franchise's main character. That's the weird thing. That's the thing that's just like, and again, I've said all these things. It's just really fucking annoying.
I mean, and that's why they have to talk about or attempt to talk about the history too, because I mean, there's just right now currently so much death in Wakanda that you can't even really continue a story without my mother just died, my brother just died, my city was just flooded, and I need so much help, and oh my goodness, and now Bucky's and the Thunderbolts, and we can't even go to that white, and Ross is a scroll.
Vibranium's not even we have significant to us. Yeah, Vibranium's not even significant to us no more. We're not the, it's I'm telling you, as I started that video with,
please build a new suit and save us.
Yeah, the Wakanda gets the short end of the stick in the MCU, and that's just what it is.
Do you want to hear the good news about this story? When everything always news. They did a video on this.
Oh Lord, they get on my damn nerves. And I think they get on my nerves because their positivity for the Black Panther franchise within the MCU. They're like, oh, anyway, play the video. They get on my nerves.
I'm not gonna play the video. I came for the comment section. Unless you want me to play the video.
Oh no. Okay. I didn't even know they did a video over this.
Well, I wrote a comment I reject the T'Challa as a T'Challa. Just recast. Because in the video he was talking about TJ.
He always does.
Yeah, so I said that. That's me. I got my little 24 likes. This guy says, worst idea ever not to recast T'Challa. Boseman and his entire family all said to recast him. No, they didn't. They didn't all say so. He wanted the character to be recast and the story to continue, but no, Disney thinks its actual wishes were enough. I hope they recast T'Challa. 26 likes. I've said this before. Say it again. They should have recast T'Challa. Even Chadwick's Boseman's brother came out, told Chadwick wanted the character's story to continue. 80 likes. Black Panther franchise needs a reboot. After Secret Wars, I need T'Challa back. Boom. The T'Challa character needs a recast. Secret Wars will soft reboot a lot. Looking forward to seeing more of Wakanda. Oh, that guy got 5 likes. We want T'Challa Black Panther. A coming of age for a new Black Panther would be a cool story to see play out. All right, there we go. We got Italian with 4. But this one says...
It wouldn't, though.
It wouldn't. I don't understand why they recast Thunderbolt Ross, but not T'Challa. Was William Hurt a minor actor? No. So as you can cast John David Washington as T'Challa, Denzel's oldest son, close friend to Chadwick. There you go. Sentimental. Just recast T'Challa. Come on, Kevin. Everyone is talking. We are not the minority anymore. It used to be that way.
Oh yeah.
Slowly, there's people doing the Chadwick, the T'Challa advocacy, the emotions year after year. We're 5 years removed from seeing him in Endgame. It's been 5 years and 4 months since the last time we saw the Black Panther kicking ass, and there's no reason to expect him in the next 5 years. People are getting irked. We're slowly waking up, and that's why on August 28th it's going to be the trending day. Use the hashtag recast T'Challa next Wednesday. We're 6 days away from this glorious day. Prepare your tweets. You get your favorite YouTube videos. Share the information. Get ready to get in some debates online. Be positive. Be informative. Be fun. Be light. Don't make this a negative day. But August 28th, when they're all saying, rest in peace, it's been 4 years since Chadwick's death, we know that's going to trend anyways. We know it's going to be a booming day. Get active on August 28th. It's the Recast T'Challa trending day. That's really what I wanted to redirect the importance to, Darius. Were you going to say something that I didn't say yet?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think I said this the last time we brought that day up, though. Be ready. You better come with your full recast T'Challa armor on, because if you think that you can post recast T'Challa on the day that Chadwick Boseman passed away and you're not going to get called what you've been getting called for the past,
I'm about to get cyber stoned.
and this is what I was going to say, though, what you did say about we're not the majority anymore. No, I think I said this after 97. I think that's when it shifted. I think we started really seeing a shift after 97.
Yeah.
Because everybody started saying, okay, I get the live action shit. I understood what you were doing, even though I didn't understand it. People were saying, I understand what you were doing, but the anime, that doesn't make sense. Why can't you recast T'Challa? So I think the shift was after 97 for sure.
I agree. And like you said, Chill, I don't know. We get, appreciate you, DR, for the super chat. He said,
oh, yeah, thank you.
Because they don't want a strong black character. I mean,
oh, yeah, no.
History proves. I mean, I don't have to sit here and touch on that. We all know that we can sit here through the history of the MCU and point out T'Challa was probably the only one presented to us in such a short amount of time and then taken away so quick because, potentially because of that. They had their valid reasons. But, yeah, no, I completely agree. If anyone else wants to touch on that.
Of course it was. Yeah, it's not secretive. It's not cute anymore. We had the Blade situation. We had everything that happened since his elimination. We can just stack up against this company. Yeah, it's like and I don't like being gaslit, if I use that word correctly. But I don't like being told like, no, it's nothing. What are you talking about? There was a good reason for that and a good reason for that. And what about that? Look, Falcon gets to be Captain America. It's a promotion. Yeah, I'm over it.
No, completely agree.
No, they can take, as I've said before, this really does. Maybe we can do a video on this or something, a stream. We need to do a case study of how niggas are treated at Marvel Studios. I know, I'm seriously, and analyze like this could be a class, a study, because it's not just one anymore.
Yeah,
it's all of them. It's all of them, and it's not just live action; happening. It's animation too. Like it's all of them. Like let me share this really quick on my screen.
One point to add to your point. It's so weird. It's so weird to see Monica Rambeau not get her superhero title. They pulled that scene. Like who? What?
And that's what I was about to say. It's not even like strong like black men anymore. Or no, it's just all black characters. Like you said, we got an anime and Storm was boom.
Mammy.
Then we got Monica mid. Like it's the men, women, the aliens. It's Fury's shit now. I don't.
Who was the villain in Guardians Volume 3? High Evolutionary. That was cool. He brought the evil, so he acted well.
He did. That was phenomenal. He played this. No, remember they didn't kill him.
They didn't. Oh yeah, they brought him on the ship.
Yeah, he played his ass off in that though. This picture was funny as fuck. It's not the picture. We've all seen this picture before. It's the caption. Somebody said, was about to tweet that Cap looks like he's about to tell T'Challa go back to Africa, but then I remember he did in fact say that.
he said go back to Wakanda, he said. Okay.
That shit is in Africa, so you might as well have said Africa. Oh, that's funny.
That was a terrible writer, and there's a reason why this run was canceled, even with the nice Alex Ross covers. Alex Ross. Shout out to Alex Ross.
Go back to...
That's what they were going for, though. He was like when the writer thought he was smart, he was like, "Yeah, this is what America thinks of you, huh?" Smart.
Yeah,
Steve would never say those words.
No, Cap wouldn't have said that to him at all. But that shit was funny. I remember when that panel went around on Twitter. When that panel that from the comic made its rounds, that shit was funny. He said, "Q, look." Q. He's like,
I remember when we first talked about that shit and saw that shit. I can't tell you how long we were sitting there laughing at that shit. It was either before or after we started streaming, but niggas were, I think that whole stream niggas sat there and just
oh shit. They just be disrespecting John, man.
I wonder what did I
Just-
say during that comic book?
You could probably look up your
109 of the issues. Shuri was Black Panther for about 6 of them back in 2010, and it was a temporary position for. Let me find the page where it happened. This is terrible. I probably should have prepared this.
he said
I don't know, but you guys can find it. Minister on the final page. It is a conclusion of the entirety of John Ridley's work. All 12 issues.
yeah, John Ridley fucked that whole.
I stopped saying his name completely. I couldn't find the exact moment where I talked about the page, but I stopped even saying that guy's name. Like, I hate him.
Yeah, he fucked the whole thing. It's crazy.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, we were gonna do a tier list, but
no,
unless you still wanted to.
we're an hour and a half in. How long will the tier list take?
I don't know. There's 50 Marvel projects.
Let's save it for next week because we could go as long as we need to go.
Okay.
No, wait. What do you want to do, Darius? I'm down for whatever you want to do.
Well, we know what the audience is gonna want.
What
They're
they want to
gonna
call
want-
in? What do you mean?
No, they're gonna want us to do the tier list.
Okay. Tier list it is.
Just do the films.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm gonna say I don't think there's anything on Disney Plus outside of, personally for me, outside of WandaVision, Loki, and 97.
Yeah.
there's not.
And all other shit. Now Daredevil, I don't want to be presumptuous, but that shit looks like that's gonna be fire.
And
I
it's
know
actually
folks-
a fucking TV show, 18 episodes, not
Yeah.
6 or 8.
I saw some people real excited about Ironheart.
Really? What could possibly happen in a TV show to make you excited at this point? They're pretty irrelevant. Moon Knight meant nothing. Haven't even mentioned anything from Werewolf by Night.
People, and again, I think a lot of these people on Twitter are just like, I don't
Bait.
even know. Yeah,
Bait
but somebody's.
for engagement bait.
It is like people were sharing it. People were sharing the trailer that leaked and were like, we're so back. From where to what? With what? with Ironheart? Oh, okay. Well, you live in a different Marvel world than I do, because that when I watched that in my bed, I watched it and I literally said, and kept scrolling. Like it. And I'm sorry if I'm just being like, woe is me and that's not it. I'm excited for for things to come. I'm just saying irrelevant shit. I don't give a Thunderbolts. As I've said, for me, it just has to be aggressively okay. It just needs to be a good time. I'm not looking for Thunderbolts to do anything for me. Yeah, I'm not. Like, at one point, I was like, oh, Thunderbolts. I don't give a shit. Don't care. Now, Captain America Brave New World, I do care. And I do know that it's going to be an abysmal disaster, but I do care. I do care about that one. That one I'm looking forward to. Is it true they removed Ona as director? John Campea was talking about this.
Julius Ona, the Nigerian filmmaker.
Yes, that they removed him. He is.
I hadn't heard.
John was talking about it. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, removed him. I thought, I don't know, but I didn't watch the whole live. I just heard him saying something like, I gotta go. I think he clips his video, so I gotta go back and look at the clipped conversation. Do we have do I need to pull up the tier list?
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
Yeah.
So I'm on like that tier website, but I just want to make sure that the tier that I'm looking at or the list that I'm looking at has Deadpool and it's up to speed. So I'm on this.
I don't see is Deadpool on there.
I'm just looking for red, red and yellow. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I'll say Marvel Studios. Maybe I should just say Deadpool and,
So it is a rumor. Julius Ona is, but I don't know what the fuck. A few months before the film, I mean, Marvel has fired Beau the day before. So it's not like I don't want to say that it's unheard of, but I mean, you think about it. He was not at D23 or SDCC when they brought out. But were any of the other directors? I don't know, the other directors were. Well, no, Shackman was there with the Fantastic Four. The Russos were there. Who's directing the Thunderbolts? I don't know. I think they were there too, but he was not there. I don't know. Interesting.
Jake Schreier is directing at Thunderbolts.
Who?
Jake Schreier.
Oh. Well, when they put his name in the credits, they need to put that scene from Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Who? Because nobody, who is? I don't even know who that one is.
I see Deadpool and Wolverine right here, so I think we're good to go. This should have everybody.
I saw what Gray said. Gray said rumor is he got the Gareth Edwards treatment. Yeah. So you found one, Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, this is it. They're actually all in order, so that's great positioning. We got A, B, C, D, and we got S. I don't like S. I just like A. Can I get rid of S?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, we can't get rid of S? Someone said,
I don't know. I think some shit might be S tier.
Okay. We'll have an S tier.
Okay.
S tier. And this will be A. Boom. Let's start with Iron Man. What do we got?
Pozo, we'll have to do the DC versus MCU one. We're supposed to be live tomorrow. Maybe I have no agenda tomorrow. Tomorrow would be something like this and stuff, but we'll see. I got to talk to Quentin.
First Iron Man, love it. Loved watching it. I've probably seen this movie 10 times in my life. Great movie, A.
Yes, I would. I think that's just no knowledge.
Yeah, I'd put it in A.
The Incredible Hulk. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, I was just saying the start of something great.
Yeah. Q doesn't like the Incredible Hulk. Was that you, Q,
What?
that was telling me this one wasn't that great? Or who was that was telling us it wasn't great? Was that not you?
I don't
Somebody
remember.
told me.
I don't remember that
somebody
one.
in this room. Somebody in this room was like,
I thought this shit was comedy.
I think one of my favorite things from this film is the college campus scene. That's to me, that's just, I mean, that
That or
a great
when
one.
the fucking big ass dog bites bro in the nuts, and then bro decides to pick him up and
that's
punch
the other
him.
one.
That's the other one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the first one.
Then this one might be the one I don't like.
I told you. I thought that was you. They said you didn't like this one.
I was gonna say I'm not on a computer right now, so I can't see which pictures we're looking at.
It's the one with not Eric Bana. It's
well, Lou
what's his
Ferrigno.
name?
My fault, y'all. Yeah, you can put that in somewhere on the bottom.
The Ed Norton Hulk, where Lou Ferrigno was
Ed Norton Hulk.
Lou Ferrigno was bribed with pizza.
Y'all can do what y'all want with that one.
Well, I liked it. I remember someone telling me it's better than Iron Man because it came out the same year. Someone in the neighborhood told me that, and I always went in looking and liking this movie. People on the internet have brought it down for me, but I liked it, man. The heart rate and everything. So I would say B, and Q says somewhere down here. What does Darius?
I would say the college campus scene alone. And because there's not much Hulk content in the MCU, it's a B.
What does chat say?
Now, the Abomination scene, no, it gets a little rocky with that CGI. It's a little hard to go back and watch.
Let's jump over to 2010. It's Iron Man 2. It wasn't as good as the first Iron Man, so I got to give it C.
It wasn't, but I really do like the racetrack scene with Whiplash. But it's not that. It doesn't mean it's not C. It's definitely C.
C is fair.
What about Thor, Q? Is that an S rank? No?
I would definitely go ahead and flip that. Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Thor S rank?
I'd go
Hell
ahead.
no.
I'd go ahead and you can keep that there, honestly.
Damn.
Thor was actually one in my rewatch that I did with some friends that took an MCU journey that we went to YouTube for. We did a 5-minute one for that one. Yeah, I was like, no.
Is D the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's no F.
As bad as Marvel movies have been, I don't think anything is worse than a D. Maybe Eternals.
See, I'm not even agreeing with that one.
Okay.
I gotta think. Keep going, but I gotta think. Anything below a D?
Hey man,
no, Agatha
Black Widow was stinky.
Ooh, Black Widow was stinky.
We'll get to it. The next movie is Captain America 1, the first Avenger.
I would say C, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
like the first one. Really? You like
Yeah.
that one that much? I think the first one's good.
I was gonna say B. I rewatch it sometimes. I enjoy it, and I'm not a Cap fan.
Really?
What about the Avengers?
I would say A. It's the first Avengers film. I just actually not
saw Hulk.
Yeah. I didn't recently rewatch it, but I did rewatch it not too long ago, and it's good. There's corny moments because, hey, first Avengers film, figuring things out. But that one scene, I think that's in the first Avengers where the dude goes up to Cap and Cap says, "Son, just don't." That shit just funny. That's just funny.
No, yeah, that's just definitely an A.
And when they jumped out when Thor and Iron Man jumped out the plane and Black Widow said, "Cap, you might want to get a parachute. Those guys are gods. There's only one god, ma'am.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that."
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, I like the first Avengers.
Thor number 2, The Dark World.
Oh shit! Now I forgot.
I'm telling you, that's an F.
You want to talk about F? Oh, Love and Thunder. There's your F. There's your fucking F.
I'm telling you, this franchise is not that good.
Now, Ragnarok for me personally is in my top.
But that's it.
5. Yeah, that's it.
Other than that, I mean, the first Thor stunk. The Dark World is even stinkier. Love and Thunder really just that's
nailed the
one,
coffin.
That's one where you tell niggas I wouldn't go in there for a minute.
No, for real.
Oh, I said Thor 2, but it was actually Iron Man 3.
Yeah, no, if you walk in the house, they got Love and Thunder. I wouldn't go in there for a minute.
Turn that shit off.
So we're giving Thor Dark World the worst score, which would be an F, but Iron Man 3 gets a what? That was better. I give it a C.
I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the Iron Man trilogy, I stop at 1. I tolerate 2. I know a lot of people really like 3. 3 is not one of my favorites. I
don't think my opinion is fair to rank it because I don't really care for it.
Is it as bad as Thor Dark World?
No, it's definitely not.
It's a D.
No.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
That is an S tier.
Project. I would love to see those vibes replicated in 2025 with I mean, even in the slightest, the vibes of that movie, the tone of it alone make it an S tier.
Yeah, no discussions here. That's an S tier film. The Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, great movie. A, maybe B.
I would
A.
I feel like
honestly
we're gonna have
give it
some
a.
arguments on this trilogy.
I would honestly give this one an A.
Yes.
That's fair.
I,
I was gonna
yeah,
say
I would-
B,
yeah, I was toddling between those two,
but A is fair.
yeah, I'd give it an A.
Making me like these 80s songs for no reason.
The third act, just like a lot of Marvel shit, it gets rocky, but I still give it an A. What is this?
Avengers
Ultron?
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron's an A.
Yes. Let's go Q. It's an A, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
settle with an A. There's some things that I would have liked to see done better, but I can settle with an A.
Yeah, Age of Ultron is pretty damn good.
What a great time to be a Marvel fan. If it was, let's just say Age of Ultron, last movie that was out there. Most of the movies have been really good. Even the bad ones, there's only like 3 of them that we can consider bad. And even in this one that we gave a C, it had Tony Stark Iron Man, so it was fun. This was a great time. The Ant-Man. I like the poster. It's all white. This was okay. I'd give it a B or a C. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm not a fan of the Ant-Man trilogy at all.
I'd go C, but then again, it's like I don't know. Is Ant-Man same level Iron Man 3? Honestly, yeah, I'd go C.
I'd go C for the first Ant-Man.
C for the first Ant-Man. That's fine with me. I think I'd give it a C as well. And how about Captain America: Civil War? When this came out, this was my favorite movie I've ever seen.
I think you got to throw it up on S again.
I was gonna say that might be S.
The vibes in the theater, watching all those fucking interact on screen was
How well the characters were handled.
but not
every
like
single one of
together,
them.
actually fighting each other and having fucking differences and I don't know. It's definitely S. I loved it.
Yeah.
Rewatch that anytime, anywhere with no problem.
I like knowing that the people are behind it. Then we go to Doctor Strange, November 2016. There's been sorcerers around all this time. And you know what? They executed. I loved this movie. It had Mads Mikkelsen in it. I'd say B. What do you guys say?
My opinion's unfair, but I think that is the best dark. That's an A to me. I think the display and the visuals of it.
Yeah. Especially when he's dealing with the
when that
ancient
street
one.
view starts turning on its fucking side and upside down and shit. I know that's just one little part of the movie, but favorite super. It's an A for me because Multiverse of Madness isn't.
I would put Doctor Strange, the first one, in a B, and the only reason I put it in a B is for the other reasons I would with Marvel films. The third act.
Yep.
I would have preferred Dormammu been to scale with I know that he fluctuates, but I wish he would have been to scale with Strange and the fight would have been a little different.
No. Yeah. Fucking showed up and just put bro in a loop. But that's,
I really do like that
you
film.
said, that's the third act for you. A or B is fair for me. I'd put it in A because it's my favorite character, but B is definitely fair.
And I can go either way for B and A, but since Darius is so strongly B, he puts it in B. Same level as Incredible Hulk and Captain America. Guardians Volume 2. This was the worst Guardians, if you ask me.
Shut up. This is my favorite Guardians.
I like... That's why I said we're going to have some arguments on this.
I don't know if it's S, but it's definitely one of my favorite Guardians. That third act is shit. But
I genuinely think this could be a B. I think I could. I mean, I don't know.
I could settle with it being a B.
Because it being one of my favorites, I don't think it makes it better than the first one. I think the plot and pace of the first one is still a lot better.
Yeah.
And like you said, the third act of this one was just a lot slower and a lot shittier.
Yeah.
The final fight was a joke. We're building up to a Pac-Man fight. I liked video games as a kid fight.
Yeah, that
He
was
lost
awful.
his superpowers. There was no Infinity Stones. It didn't prepare us to. We could not watch Infinity War. You know, this was just cute baby Groot. This wasn't a good movie. No. It's fine. It's not like it was a waste of money. But compared to everything that's above it right now on my list, I
I
don't
think
even.
I see. That's fine. You can do that. I
Yeah, no,
think
that's fine with me too.
I think I was going. I think I'm more
Mid.
so say B because I think I have such a good time in that film. That film is fun. It's
No,
fun.
it was.
Like my favorite scene is the campfire scene when when Drax says he thought that Yondu was really his dad, and Rocket says, "What? He's blue," and then he points at Quill like he is.
No, like, can I tell you
Oh,
something?
shit.
Like, secretly, this little nigga just make me smile. I cannot lie to y'all. Like that. I think I have all of them. I think I genuinely have all 8 of the mini ones that came out.
Yeah, like Jared
It
said, Rocket
just
taking
some
out the
serotonin,
Ravagers.
just natural happiness right here.
Yeah. Rocket taking out the Ravagers was pretty cool.
I think
Movie
Blue
was
Mar-
mid though. I just thought it was definitely.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I get to the third act, that's the end of the movie for me. I turn it off. I hate that third act. Like I just can't with it. I can't.
I just pretend it don't even exist.
Yeah, so I'm like, eh.
Now Tom Holland has entered the chat. What do we give Spider-Man Homecoming, Darius? It's not Andrew.
No, it's not. But I enjoy Tom's Spider-Man's. I think he has a very, very good trilogy. I know that a lot of people don't agree, but I think this is Homecoming. I would put Homecoming in a B.
I liked it just as much as I liked Doctor Strange and Captain America 1. I'd put it in B.
I would personally go C, so y'all can put it wherever. But I think I like the other films a bit more, and so I think this one would just have to sit at mid for the Spider-Man franchise in the MCU for me.
There are moments in this one that I just really like. I think one of my favorite scenes that has nothing is when he puts the suit on in the alley and he's going around helping people, but at the same time he's fucking up. Like my favorite is when he's webs the dude's hand to the car and he's like, "That's his car, dumbass." And he's like, that shit
Do a
is,
flip.
yeah, that shit's. I like that whole little montage scene. So I like this movie.
And the guy who directed that is doing Skeleton Crew.
I know he is, but that shit's still DOA.
All right. We gave it a B, and then next is Thor Ragnarok. What a great movie. I left the theaters feeling amped. This was A tier.
Definitely an A. It is that shit is.
Yeah, it's not an S, but it's definitely an A. Top tier.
Yeah.
Thor project for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. We get
there was some
Black
really good
Panther. Let me give this one an S. You know, I can't
Definitely.
really give it an S, but I have to give it an S.
I was gonna say definitely like A. Why would you
Yeah.
give it an S? Why do you have to give it an S?
Culturally speaking.
Recast T'Challa is why I have to give it an S.
Oh. I was gonna say I definitely give it an A because I do have my issues with the first Black Panther. I think it's great. It was a movement. It was phenomenal, but there are my personal issues, just like with T'Challa. I would have liked some different things that had been displayed for him in the film, and yeah, there are just the personal issues, but I do like it. Obviously, hell, I just watched it not too long ago.
I'm
It's
cool
Steve
with
says he's
either.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm cool with either. S tier for the cultural movement and what it did for the world and the character and introducing to so many people, but film wise, and I'm cool with A, S, either or.
We were at a peak though. Like look around again. Of these are all the Marvel movies, and most of them are in S, A, B, and there's one F, there's one D, there's one C. what a great time to come out, right? They peaked, and that's why they made 1.3 billion, because it wasn't just the black community supporting, it was every community who was watching Marvel movies. Their ticket was a shoe-in. Of course they're going to watch the next one, which is why Captain Marvel did well. We get Avengers Infinity War. I loved this one.
Oh, that's S. Infinity War is great.
Thank you.
Without a doubt, some of the best writing for superheroes, except for the Hulk.
Yeah. Other than that, Infinity War is brilliant. Like, I mean, top to finish. I mean, I know we start with the Hulk, but still, top to finish.
Even that was amazing.
It still was.
But
yeah,
setting the tone at that pace.
Yeah, bro, you set that tone early. I mean, I love the stuff with Loki at the beginning, like what Loki tells him, you'll never be a god, and then he snaps his neck, and it's great. The conversation between Tony and Doctor Strange at not Comertage, at on the street. When when they arrived, like the whole bro, it's so good. When Spider-Man showed, like, the whole fucking thing.
No, yeah, the interactions between them was some of the best, not even some, the best we've seen in the MCU. The interactions between heroes.
Yo, that's all this was. Every single interaction was an epic one.
It was.
I like when Peter met with Thor and the jokes that came out of there. Every time Thor met someone, Thor introduced Groot to Steve.
When the Guardians fight the Avenger, Tony and them for a little bit.
That's our dumbass. That's our dumbass.
That's
you shooting at us for.
He said, "You don't want to do this." He said, "Do it. I can take it."
He said, "No, she can't. He can't take it." He said, "Please don't lay your eggs at me." The whole thing, that movie, bro, is so damn good. The acting from everybody was superb, from everyone involved. Like that, they should be very proud.
So much fun on set.
Yeah, they should be very proud of that.
What does Spider-Man say? Oh, we're using our made-up names. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. He said, "What are you, his ward?" No, I'm Peter. Or no, he said Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider-Man never met Thor, and Cap never met Doctor Strange. They never met?
That's true. No, they did not.
But he mentioned him in Far From Home. He said, "What about Thor? Where's Captain Marvel? They're off-world." So he knows who he is.
He knows who the Avengers are.
They've been on the funeral scene. They were all there. Oh, but did Cap meet Doctor Strange in the funeral? Probably. Yeah.
I don't think
they mingled. They shook hands.
No,
it's like, "You're Steve. I'm Steven. Hey, let's talk about that."
They had to have.
Deleted scene somewhere. We're at Infinity War, top tier. The next movie to come out.
Infinity War, yeah, top tier.
Ant-Man.
Again, I'm the wrong person to ask.
I'm cool putting it same spot.
Me too.
You can put his other one there too.
You can put the other one under it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you honestly could go D.
What an amazing post-credit
Jonathan
scene.
Majors out of that last one, and that shit is an F.
You take him and Michelle Pfeiffer out, it bombs. Worse than it did.
Oh, we got Mr. Anti-Idiotic. Sorry for that. This is boring. Huh? I don't mind spending every day out on your corner in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with the broken smile. Oh, never mind. I thought you were going to be like insulting, but like fun and insulting. But you're just like stupid.
Then it's a bot, an AI.
Captain Marvel 1. We got S rank, A rank. What do we think?
I
B rank,
wasn't
C
going
rank?
either of those.
I genuinely fell asleep during this movie. I can't lie to you guys.
It's not one of my favorites. I know what it made and everything like that, and this is not me going against Brie. I like Brie.
This is not a Brie Larson thing at all.
at all. It's what Marvel tried to do with Captain Marvel, and that's just what has killed this franchise. So for me, I'm sorry, it's like a C or a D.
Q.
Yeah, I'm cool. I just thought it was so slow and not I thought seeing, I don't know. I don't
It
even want
was
to talk
slow. It's
about
boring for me.
it.
It's boring.
Wells. This movie was not a D, if you ask me. This movie had an Infinity Stone that tied up nicely. I know we saw at the ending of the trailer. The trailer played a part of the movie where she was like a Super Saiyan, where she was flying through spaceships and just
Mhm.
blasting them. That was so amazing. That was a hell of a high. I like this movie B tier. So that means
That's
that
fine.
it stays at D, or does that mean it goes
We
to
can put
C?
it at C in
You can put
between.
it at C. I do like the space scenes. I mean, when she was when she went binary, that's pretty cool.
I think there's definitely some good moments in it, but I think overall, even the start of it was just so slow that I could never get back into it.
Now, Brother
Yeah.
Stark said Captain Marvel and the Marvels are equally bad.
I was thinking, oh man, I was thinking that too because, sheesh, Darbin. Sheesh.
Darwin really brings that movie down, because outside of that, that movie genuinely is a lot of fun for me. I don't know why. I like
I
the
like
cat
the
scene.
power set. I like
I like.
I like the
Is that what
when
movie
they
we're on now?
no, are we there?
Next one is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Next one is Avengers. Next one is Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Yeah, that's S.
Only
Easily. Easily S.
No
highlight
debates.
highlight of fandom. So rewarding to get that final scene. Last time we seen T'Challa. Next is Spider-Man: Far From Home. He takes the Euro trip. He's got his whole class with him. Okay, Zendaya is there, and she calls herself MJ now. The whole movie, not just Michelle.
I think this one's great too. I, the only thing I really wish we could have gotten more in this was
Mysterio.
yes, more
Man,
Mysterio.
that is one of my favorite Marvel scenes of him taking
Yes,
Peter through the. That shit is fucking
that shit's so
crazy.
cool. That shit is so cool. I
When he
wish we
takes
could have
him to
gotten
Iron
more of
Man's
that.
grave specifically, and then he crawls out, and then he gets hit by that shit is just crazy.
You don't know what to believe, do you, Peter? Like just the talking to him, taunting him while he's doing it. Like when Peter's afraid to touch the glass, and like bro, it's so. And then like even the scene. Call me what you want. I'm a sucker for movies and shit like this. I even get emotionally. I don't cry, but I get like you can feel like the swelling on that scene when he's talking to Happy. He stops Happy in the flower. He's like, no, stop. Tell me something. Only I would know. And like yeah, it's just like it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's Tom Holland, bro.
I even thought that's one of the few Marvel films that ended very well. The third act, I think, was very well.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's not a bad third act at all.
I was gonna say I'm fair going A or B. I'd go A because I liked it better than the first one, but
I'd go A
equally fine is cool with me
for this one personally.
It goes to A. WandaVision. Well, I'm not counting TV shows. Falcon.
Brother Stark said Far From Home had me far from interested.
The first Black Widow movie, I was down on it. I'll say C or D.
Oh God.
What is that?
I don't know that shit.
Black
That's
Widow. We
that's
all
like
watched
a
this
D.
on Disney
Oh,
Plus
that's an
for
F.
$30. It wasn't,
That's
the
an
best
F.
experience.
That's an F. That's an F alone for that one plane scene where she's falling and the CGI is poor.
It's bad. It's bad. I don't like it.
I'm not gonna lie. It could. It's just so out of place and doesn't matter to anything, and so late that it just.
And not only
felt,
that, it's the only Marvel film I didn't see in theaters because obviously it.
Yeah, true.
At least on Disney Plus. So I watched it alone. So it didn't have the same feel. I didn't care for it. And like Q said, the biggest point, we had already seen Endgame. We knew she was dead. Even that post-credit scene or the post was it. the post-credit scene, or no, not the post-credit scene, the scene that ended the film of her with the blonde hair. We knew where she was going to meet up with. Like, it's like, okay, like if it would have come out before Endgame, I'm sorry, yeah, before Endgame, then cool. But and then there's the whole mishandling of Taskmaster that I just did not care for.
Hey,
I can't
and
fight
that's
it.
half the Thunderbolts movie right there.
True. F.
Hopefully we get
next-
some better writing.
What if Shang-Chi was next? And I liked this one. I know Q said he liked it earlier.
I enjoyed this movie. A or B is fair with me. I don't think it's A, just looking at the movies we have in A. So I definitely be a lot more.
Katie killing
that kills
puts it that takes it out of A immediately.
That does take it out of that.
that
really,
takes it
I
out of
remember
A
I talked
immediately.
about that for maybe a month, how much that pissed me off.
Yeah. Now it is great. I was gonna say Katie killing it puts it in B. I was gonna say the fight scene between Shang-Chi's mother and father when she's doing that airbending shit. That alone for me was gonna be like, that shit is tough.
That bus scene is tough too.
Yeah, it is. A lot of those fight scenes.
It's the same guy who said
his sister. That movie is very entertaining.
It's very good.
They used the same character who said, Spider-Man, do a flip. He was on the bus. He was
on the bus. Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
And I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Do they know that were we not supposed to remember, or was that the same guy? He lives in New York.
No, they made it a point to let us know. If you go back to that dude around that time was doing interviews, talking about how he's the same guy and he's this and this and that. Yeah, he was. They had made that a pretty big deal. But Shang-Chi takes place in what? San Francisco in California, right?
In the beginning, yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming dude must have just been on vacation in California because he sells hot dogs in New York.
Yeah, he sells hot dogs, yeah.
But no, they've made that dude was doing some interviews and shit.
That or he's going back and forth with Wong to pick up Blonsky.
When a movie is bad, do we do that? Do we talk about the hot dog vendor? No, we don't care about stuff like that.
That was another bad part of that movie. No.
You know something that they should...
Abomination shit in Shang-Chi or
No, it was. It was in both. It was in both.
I didn't like that part.
His whack-ass trial was in She-Hulk. What they should have done in Shang-Chi, or not Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi, Deadpool was supposed to be in that fight instead of Blonsky. What would have been cool is if we would have seen Deadpool go to that arena and Deadpool and Wolverine and be like, oh shit, wrong. Or something like, I was supposed to be here, but the writing was, I don't know, some Ryan Reynolds quippy like.
The Eternals movie, Chloe Zhao, Academy Director of the Year for 2020, Eternals. What do we do?
I hate the awkward 5-minute sex scene. I hate that Sprite got hit over the head with a bottle and got knocked out.
I'll forever stand on them making Fastos gay. Didn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
they felt out of place.
Yeah,
they didn't make a big factor in the movie to me, but it's just the shit they changed in that movie. They did it to themselves. They shot themselves in the foot with that movie because they had some really cool stuff going for them.
They did.
It's
not good.
I like this movie. I genuinely do. I haven't rewatched it or anything because I don't think it has rewatchability. I watched some scenes from it, but I think D is the fair placement for it. I don't think it's the Dark World bad, but I do think it is.
The handlement of Crow, awful.
Yes, bring it down to F because that's where I'm putting it.
I mean, it's fine with me. I only
Angelina Jolie. Wasted.
It's not even a D for me. I enjoyed it, but yeah, no, a lot of shit about that movie is stupid, so I don't mind it being anywhere near.
Gilgamesh was arguably one of the more powerful ones in the forest at that time. Dead.
2.5 hours. Dead. Didn't even gross. How much did he make? 402 million.
Now the speed of Makari was done brilliantly.
Yeah.
Icarus, I thought, was done well. the Eternals themselves, or not the Eternals, I'm sorry, the Celestials, in size wise, dope.
I don't know. I enjoyed Druid. I enjoyed Druid and Makari. I
And
enjoyed
Makari's
Druid.
relationship, yeah, that was dope. I like that a lot.
No, I enjoyed like the little plot of or device of Druid going against Icarus and everything. And I don't know. I thought there were some good moments in there, but I don't think we should be spending this much time on Eternals for sure.
Some people
No.
liked it. The Eternals is a B. Nah, we gave it F. Too bad. Next one, a
There
month
are some
later,
people that like it.
the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Okay, we had Andrew and Toby, and they kept it a secret. No Way Home was a great movie.
It's not
man,
S.
It's not an S, but it's an
There's
A.
no way. It's good.
Yeah.
It is great. But I don't think now if Q votes in S and I'm outvoted, but I
was
don't
gonna say
think
niggas might hate me, but that movie's a B for me.
see, okay, well he's going lower. So for me it's an A simply because, and again, call me what you want.
And that's
Andrew
why
is
it's a
my
B for me.
favorite.
It's a B for me simply because I feel like just a lot of nostalgia is what makes that movie the movie. But the plot of it, I feel like it could have been
So much
handled so
better.
much better
Yeah,
after Far From
Mhm.
Home and what he was going through, and
It's not
even where we're
perfect.
going now. I feel like Sony and Marvel still kind of butt heads over Spider-Man and the storytelling of it, and so I don't know. I definitely go B, but I see A just for the nostalgia, and I definitely would not go S.
And I think that well, obviously this plays into the nostalgia of it, but there was some like I always
I'm
talk
willing to
about
go
this scene. It's
I'm willing to go A alone for Green Gob.
Green Goblin and
Defoe's
Alfred
performance
Molina.
was no.
Defoe was great. He was the apartment scene. We don't need to be fixed. That shit was great.
I mean
Alfred Molina.
every day I reference the mask sitting in the corner of my room talking to me and shit.
He says, "You're pathetic. Leave me alone."
Every
we
day
have a new world to conquer. I don't want to. No, but Alfred Molina was great, bro. I'm telling you that Hello Peter, that shit. That what did you do with my that first bridge scene of Doc Ock and him fighting? That shit is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but other times in the movie it feels B, but at the great moments, I don't know. I'm cool with A or B, honestly. Whatever y'all want.
I give it that A.
It's a fair vote for y'all.
A-level movie. Let's go next to not Spider-Man, but Doctor Strange. Remember, they switched the orders of these. They filmed them a different order than they were supposed to.
Yeah, they were. That's right. Strange was supposed to come out first. Yeah, it's definitely a C. It's a C simply because it's not a Doctor Strange story.
Nope.
You take don't
Wanda
explore
out
the
that
multiverse.
Movie and it might be an F.
No, you take her out and it is an F. She is the only thing that keeps this. Because anytime I talk about Multiverse of Madness, I don't start it with, let me tell you what Steven did.
No, because that's not the interesting part of it. I mean, it's definitely, they could have even, I mean, same story, same old story. Every movie we talk about, so many different directions they could have went, but they completely ignored the plot of the first movie and then they introduced America Chavez and just rammed her in the movie just to get him to be able to hop through. I don't know it. I might even be willing to go D because that movie is genuinely bad without Wanda on screen.
And some of the writing.
Pizza Popper, I hate
that.
That is an F. That movie, I genuinely don't like that movie for it being my favorite. I know I keep bringing up he's my favorite character, but that movie's not good.
Well, I liked how
when Wanda's on screen, that movie's an S. Like if you want to put that movie with WandaVision, then an S for her. But when it comes to Doctor Strange, that shit's a C or D. Genuinely.
It used WandaVision. It used the incursions. The reason why we talk about Secret Wars and what we know about it so far, and everything he did in the 838 universe served overall Marvel. This is what I want out of Marvel movies. I think it's better than you're letting it. So you're saying it's a D and I'm not. What did Darius say?
I
I
said
said
it's
it's
a
a C
C.
or D, but I'm more fair C. I mean, I genuinely don't like how they handled going over with Franklin Richards and Wanda killing all them and them just being left. I don't know. There was so much shit that felt rushed that they tried to just here, nigga, damn, here y'all go. Let me show y'all how powerful Wanda is, this and that. And at the end of the day, to me, it's not a Doctor Strange movie, and that's what it's titled as. And so that's why I'd have it lower.
After Doctor Strange, was it Thor: Love and Thunder? Yes, it was.
F.
That is an F.
Really?
There's, I don't know where else it would go.
I liked this movie
I don't.
fine.
G.
It's not like, I know it's one of the worst Marvel movies, but it was worth watching. Fine.
I don't know where.
I don't know where else to put that. I mean,
I
that
would
shit
have
is
given
awful.
Christian Bale more lines, and I would have given Christian Bale screen time, and I would have cut the Jane Foster thing. I wouldn't have been loyal to Natalie Portman.
Oh no, there was a lot of shit that could have and would have been done with Love and Thunder that should have been done with Love and Thunder, but it wasn't. We didn't see Gore butcher any gods. The gods were having some weird ass touchy feely explore each other's bodies.
That's what I
meeting.
did. Some furry convention.
Yeah. The first 5 minutes was a joke. The first 5 seconds was a joke. You know, Thor's giving this intense speech, just wants somebody to need him. Then the Guardians come up, cut the speech. Hey, Thor, we need you.
A lot of people agree and disagree, but I hated the screaming goats and shit, bro. I hated
They got
that
annoying.
shit.
F it is. She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night. I think this is Wakanda, whatever.
Oh, well, that is definitely
SAB.
that one
That
should
was
have
easy.
been made.
Ant-Man Quantumania was next.
This
is tricky. This is all right. This was an all right movie. Kang the Conqueror.
What kind of tricks is it doing? Because I don't know that it's that tricky.
I want to see a tier list where Darius only comes up with the tiers that one shouldn't have been made. There's a tier for I don't know where else it would go. Because that shit is funny.
You said it's tricky.
It is tricky. It is.
Well, we just gave Wakanda Forever a F. It's not an F.
It's not an F. It's not an F because of Kang.
So then it just gets a D. Unless Q wants to help me raise it up a level.
Well,
where do you put it?
Legitimately, I don't think Wakanda Forever is in the F.
Because of Namor?
No, we're good. We're totally good on this stream without Q's participation anymore.
I could rewatch Wakanda Forever before I rewatch any of the. I couldn't tell you I'd stay awake for any of those, but I just think as much as it's not good. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm backtracking here. As much as it's not good emotional entertainment, I mean, it keeps my eyes on screen, and I'm complaining about this. I thought Angela Bassett's performance was beautiful. Thought Namor was good.
You know what? I actually just her scene. I saw it on YouTube the other day of the
that shit
throne
at the
room
Union
scene.
is beautiful.
Her throne room scene, I will forever say. I don't care anything about the recast T'Challa's side, T'Challa's death aside. Angela Bassett put her entire acting bones in that I am queen of the most. That shit is powerful.
All right.
I personally thought.
Oh, I didn't say move that bitch.
No, you don't have to move it, but I'm just saying. I think that's kind of. I think it's a D with Quantumania, but we can keep it an F. But I just think those two movies are on the same tier.
Yeah.
Genuinely speaking.
Okay. I'll keep Quantumania at D and Wakanda at F. But you get to choose what's next because I think we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Am I wrong? It doesn't feel like it. Well, after Wakanda Forever was Guardians?
After Quantumania was Guardians.
Yeah, after Quantumania was Guardians. So do we go to A, B, C, D? Guardians 3 was a great one, Darius. Q.
It was.
Q first.
But I'm gonna be honest with Q, you go first.
What, the last Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
It's a B.
Yeah. All right then.
I give it an A.
Thank you, because
I give it an A in the I give it an A.
Doc, this was some sensational stuff. The
It
reason
was
I
And
fun.
A
can't
is
give it
fine
that
with me,
S,
honestly, thinking about it.
the reason I can't go all the way up there is because it didn't really build off of anything in Endgame. It didn't really connect with anything in Thor, Love and Thunder. It was just like a lone solo film. It didn't build anywhere else. Like, I don't think anything that happens in Secret Wars, they're going to mention what happened in Guardians 3. So it was so isolated, and I love the MCU when...
Honestly, thinking about it, I think I object. That shit might be an S.
It was very good, see?
For
It
the
is
time
good.
we got with the High Evolutionary and Rocket's story and some of the emotional ties with that, and knowing it's kind of the last time James Gunn is going to put this group together, and I thought, honestly, I'm cool with A, but yeah, thinking about that just to myself, that movie does kind of make me teary-eyed. I thought Rocket and his backstory was handled beautifully in that movie.
I think
Damn, I can't believe I said B to start. Go ahead and slap me for that one.
I think with High Evolutionary, with the scene where he is trying to wrap his brain around how Rocket could figure out a problem he couldn't figure out.
Yep.
The acting in that shit was so superb. I mean, the acting in the
That
film was
and
great.
I even like the action scene where Groot and Peter went to save him, and Groot has all the guns.
The
and
guns,
shit,
oh
and they're
yeah,
fighting
the
all
hallway
items.
scene.
And then the fight scene where Rocket's running off his arms and shit, and
They're playing No Sleep in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that shit's tough.
That shit might be an S. Just sitting here talking about all the scenes in that movie.
Yeah, and then
I can't lie.
She said, "Now push it up. Now what? Open the fucking door."
No, bro. When that trailer dropped of Drax throwing that ball at that little nigga's face, I think I cried for a good 3-4 minutes laughing my ass off. That shit was hilarious.
I don't know how to pronounce.
Go ahead.
His name. His name is like Chukwudi.
I can't pronounce it.
And I don't know how to say his name.
No, I don't.
No, the brother can act.
Every time we talked about it before the movie came out, Darius would be like, "I'm not even gonna try."
Yeah, the brother can act. Or when Drax knocked the dude off the motorcycle, and then rode it 5 feet to pick up Mantis.
That is a good S. A or S is cool with me, honestly. Yeah,
it can stay an S. It's a good one.
That was the last great Guardians movie. That was last summer. Then that would be one more movie. Secret.
I mean, I'm just looking at the tier. I definitely think it's better than the first one, and we got the first one in A.
That's why Guardians stays at S rank number 3. The next one is Captain Marvel 2, starring Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and then we had Monica and Kamala. I think this was okay. I say B, but I know you disagree.
I'd say C. I think it's just aggressively mid. It's cool. Casual.
Yeah, I would give
write home about.
I'd give it a C. It's a C. Darbin's the absolute fucking worst.
That is the worst
terrible
Marvel
villain.
MCU villain to date.
No, it really is. It is a terrible villain with a the motives behind it all. Like, I get it. It just was not a good time. It wasn't a good time. The only thing that kept me tethered to this film was Monica and actually the dynamic between the three of them. That was the only thing that kept me tethered to the film. The three of them on
screen was good. The cat scene
I
enjoyed,
else.
And Mon Vanelli's always good as Miss. I think she's just.
I hated
to be there as
Nick
a kid.
Fury in this one.
Yeah, no.
The personality switch on him was weird.
Coming right off Secret Invasion, yeah, that shit was poop. Very poop.
Yeah, it is the personality switch, which again leads me to still believe, and I could be wrong. I don't know that one's not Nick, that's a scroll, but it just was weird. It was not the same Nick. Nick that went from the car scene getting attacked by all the police to Black Girl Magic, fly.
Good point. It probably is a scroll. Then we get Echo, which is a TV show binge, X-Men 97, and Deadpool and Wolverine. What do we say about this guy? This was a great film. Darius,
you
I think
going?
you started with it, Darius.
I was gonna say it's not an S because I thought you were going up. I was like, it ain't S. It's good. It's fun.
I do think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is better than Deadpool and Wolverine.
Me too.
I'm willing to go A.
Yeah, it's an A.
I might have to go down to B, remembering that it wasn't really an MCU movie. He had one scene where he talked to Happy Hogan, and then he just left, and he like destroyed his device. So it was fun, and it was good to watch. A lot of cameos and excitement. Yeah, I'm going to give it an A, actually, because it was exciting, and it was fun. And, I laughed at all the jokes as I'm supposed to laugh at Deadpool. That was the point. I can't. I don't know. It's hard for me to say this because attachment is really important to me. But if I can get rid of that, yeah, it was a great movie. But again, attachment is why I was speaking so highly of Multiverse of Madness. Attachment is so high. Why I speak about Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, because it attached things. So, but yeah, enjoyable movie, a movie. I wish they did things
not
different.
like the fight between him and the Deadpool corpse. I did that one.
I didn't like the fight with him and Sabretooth.
Oh, that either. I didn't like that either.
Made us wait for that shit. But I do like some of the things that they made original with Hugh and Wolverine and everything. Like the way he ran on all fours, that shit should have been a thing.
At the time that the movie came, let's consider that. Yeah, it was important because look what down here: Quantumania, Captain Marvel 2, Wakanda, whatever.
Oh yeah, coming off what it comes off of,
it was surrounded by trash.
We needed it for sure.
Yeah,
maybe that's why the A feels so high. But if we would have gotten this quality of a movie, I think Thor Ragnarok was better. I think Spider-Man No Way Home was better.
I think the last thing I'll say on Deadpool and Wolverine was that the scene for me that stands out the most is that car scene for me. It's just the way Hugh delivers the insults. He said that bald chick had one thing right. You will never save anyone. You couldn't even save your relationship with a goddamn stripper, motherfucker. He said that shit is so good.
And even the response, I'm going to fight you now.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to fight you now. Yeah, that shit's good. I like that scene a lot.
Hey, I understood this. You know how long we waited to watch this?
Yeah.
For the comedy alone, I'm willing to go A. I don't think I've laughed like that in an MCU movie. I think for it being first rated R-rated MCU film, even though you like you said, it's not really an MCU film because it's not too much tied to it. But seeing that they're willing to do that with the R-rated film, and I actually like the way they handled cameos in this one outside of Multiverse of Madness and some of the ways that they've been handling cameos in the past. And I don't know, I thought it was brilliant, to be honest. I do get what you're saying in the B term, so I wouldn't have a problem going either or, but comedy alone and just going to the movies for entertainment and happiness and what I think the movies is, I think it's an A.
You see, look, the Honda Odyssey part, this was funny to me. I knew that, okay, well, if you're talking about a car so much, it must be sponsored. Why was he trashing it so long? I was waiting for the positivity. And finally, we got to it because Honda would not have allowed them to do that if they knew that's how it would have lasted. But yeah, there were some compliments there. I enjoyed everything except Deadpool in the movie, to be honest, except the opening scene. That was great. Oh, bye. I went to NSYNC. I went to that song on YouTube, and I read the comment section there too. Everyone said it's the Deadpool that brought us together. We're all listening to the song together.
Who's here after Deadpool and Wolverine?
Every song has that, by the way. They always say, who's listening in 2024? And people like it.
Yeah, no, the bye scene is great. I think it's his best opening in his films.
See, is the bridge scene an opening? The bullet countdown?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That, for me, one of the best. That's better to me.
No. That's not. I was
gonna say I don't think it's considered
because it's got to have the no because the opening in that one it's still got the opening credits, so it's
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's like the intro. If the opening and
Yeah,
intro are
because the
different.
intro one and the second is Celine Dion, and it's where he's in the chair and the bullets are coming down on him like rain. And yeah,
Damn, I just read a comment that said I'm looking like an unk every day, and I told myself I'm not shaving till my beard connect. My shit been patchy for years, so I'm trying
Hmm.
to trying to be a man about it. But no, I don't know that bridge scene. I know it's not an opening, but that shit is one of my favorite Deadpool scenes. But no, in this movie, the comedy that came with it, and even us wanting, I've maybe not us specifically, but on the internet, people want more of it. People want more Wesley Snipes. People want more Channing Tatum as Gambit, whether we want it or not. And so,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
You
personally
can keep
don't.
that shit.
I thought it was cool for the little cameo we got.
It
I
was
chuckled
dope for the
and
cameo.
laughed.
It was
But
dope for the
permit
cameo.
like his own movie, like Ryan,
No,
no.
no,
I couldn't
no,
do a whole movie of that shit.
no. Not only that, and I, you know, a lot of people were bashing on the accent. I thought he did fine with the accent. It's not even. It's just that if you would have given me that 10 years
10
ago
years.
when it was greenlit, I was all on board. But Channing Tatum, and again, not to say that he couldn't get into the shape, but I don't know how long he knew that he had this part in Deadpool Wolverine,
He
but he was not
never
in
ever
Gambit shape. That ain't
ever.
Gambit shape. He no. So he would need to make a name for himself and get in some Gambit shape for something, because that's not gonna
You
work.
know, as an actor who's an actor, he's there for his good looks. Why did he ever think it was okay to let himself go? And that's coming from I'm not healthy. I understand how it sounds coming from me, but like he should know you're the good
No,
looking guy.
yeah,
Look,
like Magic Mike, nigga. You're gonna get
I
those
mean, no,
roles.
you can honestly name any movie he's in. She's the Man with Amanda Bynes that he's in, where they're the soccer players. His acting is fucking atrocious, but because he is a sculpture, he's yeah. So no, he is not in. If he was in that, if he's in that She's the Man shape or that Magic Mike shape, sure, but he's not. He's not in that, so he can't. He can't be Gambit.
And
So
it's
no,
just,
no.
what is a standalone Gambit pro? I don't want Gambit that I don't want Channing Tatum part of the X-Men that we're getting, and I just don't feel a standalone Gambit film does anything for us now.
I'll
10
take him
years
in the
ago
team.
it did shit, but in the current climate of solo, not
They
just
wanna
superhero films but villain films, it's
Yeah,
not.
if they want to really keep Hugh till he's 90 and they want to do little special like, projects with them on Disney Plus and get views and paid that way from little presentations, fine by me. But on screen movies and shit, I genuinely would like to see two new actors.
Yeah,
Let's Torin Cook. Huh?
talking about
Taron, I
Taron
think that's,
Egerton.
yeah,
Oh,
for Wolverine.
a Gambit special presentation.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind just because, I mean, special presentation. If you want to watch it, you want to watch it. But when you choose to make films on motherfuckers,
I don't know.
that's a special thing, and I just don't think Channing Tatum Gambit deserves that in this time period
nope.
I just feel like
because he made a couple of quippy lines in a Deadpool movie
I
that
just
he
feel
might
like
not even have wrote.
we're also in a time where time is very precious too. I just sat
Yeah,
through 10 weeks of the House of Dragon, and Jesus, that was not season 1. And I now
that
have to
and
wait
another
2
COVID
years
could
for
hit.
season 3. Yeah. So
Another
there's
COVID
like,
hit, and you focused on a Gambit project. Come on now.
yeah, it's just there's other things that we could do outside of a Gambit project. Yeah, nah, I'm good on that one. And then everybody keeps talking about Taron Egerton as Wolverine because this has been reported a while that he's had talks with Marvel and blah blah blah. But who knows? Feige said that shit's a long way away.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm. Let's just focus on RDJ Doom first.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, yeah.
He's 34 years old, so he could do it.
I do
Taryn
like
is
the
34.
I
Mhm.
do like like Enzo just said, the Austin Butler fan cast as Gambit. I'm sorry, I think Butler would kill that. he has shown his acting range already. What he just did as in Dune, opposed to Elvis, opposed to whatever this new movie, this action movie coming out, he's about to do. And he's still doing the Elvis voice weirdly for whatever reason. He hasn't gone back to his regular voice.
Stuck.
but he could. I feel like he could really kill Gambit. I think I really do. I really do.
The only explanation for an A-list X-Men actor, okay, Taylor Swift as Dazzler makes sense, but the only other explanation for me is if you're going to find out how Hugh Jackman will continue being Wolverine in the X-Men forever.
Taylor Swift is an A-list actor?
I should A-list actor. Maybe I should have said star power.
Celebrity?
Okay? Celebrity, star power. Someone who's going to be expensive. Someone who's going to have...
I'm messing with you.
I don't even care for her, and I want that.
Fine. Me either. Austin Butler, though, he's in demand, and he's got options, and he doesn't want to make these kind of movies typecast for like 6 different movies. He's over that. Or he's over that. He's just not invested in that. I don't need him as Gambit so that we can negotiate every 3 years for like figuring out how he fits in, or Glenn Powell as Cyclops. It's not that I'm against these actors. Sure, these would be great performances.
Yeah, I forgot that one too.
These would be awesome. Like it would be nice, but like, why don't you just, like, the characters are popular, not the actors. Sign somebody relatively unknown for 20 pictures, and you got them for TV shows, and you own them. Do that. Don't get these names. You didn't need Pedro Pascal for Mr. Fantastic.
You did.
The Fantastic Four sell themselves.
They do.
Oh man, I was on board with Pedro
until you seen him in the suit.
No, it wasn't even that. He spoke in the suit. Because when they were just showing the pictures of him in the suit, I was like, oh, that's cool. But then when he spoke to the Future Foundation, I said, oh, he sounds like Prince Oberyn from Dorne, from Game of Thrones. And I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Reed sounds like he's from Westeros. I don't like it.
My key is the characters come first. Their availability comes first. Don't do what you just did right now, where you had Robert Downey Jr. milk you out of when that Robert Downey initial contract ran out. Every time you guys go back to the drawing board and how much it costs you guys, and what we're going to need for these movies to be profitable. Stop. The characters.
I'm gonna be honest with you, though. I agree with you. I'm be honest though. Because you're right. The characters do come first. We don't want a whole because the whole Angelina Jolie thing. My friend Henry thinks that's not going to work out, but. The chat right now is coming with some fire fan cast. Timothy Chalamet would make a phenomenal Nightcrawler. He would, and can't say that because he's got the look. He's already skinny as shit. You throw the blue on him. He's got the hair. You throw a tail on him. The motherfucker can act. Boom. Oh, that would be him, Glenn Powell as Cyclops, Austin Butler as Gambit. We cooking with some shit. That would be fire. That'd be fire.
Henry Cavill as Hyperion. That's obvious right there.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Javier Bardem. I mean, no, because the name is Javier, and I want Bobby. I want
Timothy Chalamet, Grand Regent Thag, plays in Dune. He is Atreides, Paul.
And he was in Interstellar. He was Matthew McConaughey's son.
Yes, he was in Interstellar. He plays King Henry or King Arthur and The King on Netflix. Lady Bird. He plays the true story with not Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, the son that was the drug addict. It's a very emotional story. Call Me by Your Name. He plays a lot of different. Timothy Chalamet is going to go down. Mark my words, as one of the greatest actors of our day, of our time. He is. You don't think so? Look at him. Look at him now. Look at everything that he's in right now.
He's all right.
All right. That he is getting.
There's other people his age who are like, how old is Timothy right now? He's 28 years old?
No, he's younger
28
than
years
that.
old.
He's
I would
younger
give
than that.
Tom Holland, maybe. Who's doing better than him right now? John
Tommy.
Boyega? How old is John Boyega?
I'm pretty sure Timmy is the only one out of them nominated for an Oscar.
Well, what movie nominated him for the Oscar?
I don't know. You'd have to look that one up.
Okay, you know what? I'll give him that. Maybe like if I'm looking at his peers now that I think of it, he had a head start. Sure.
And you compare Tom to him. Tom's shit outside the MCU has bombed.
That shit kind of stinks. Made me think they be hoeing him.
Yeah. Timothy
That
Chalamet.
Romeo and Juliet shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy. I just searched young actors.
Cherry movie? Is that what it's called?
Cherry.
Somebody
the
said
movie he did with
the Russos.
Well, Uncharted wasn't that bad, but the movie that he did with Daisy Ridley, where you can read each other's minds, where all the women could only read the men's minds or whatever. No, it's a terrible movie. It is awful.
Is that the one her husband directed?
Whose husband? Daisy Ridley's married?
Yeah.
Ray? From Star Wars?
Ray from Star Wars got married a couple years ago.
Oh.
And she's in a new movie.
If they talked about that at home, they should have kept that at home, because that movie, woohoo. I had to turn that one off. I was like, what is this?
Don't go in there for a little bit.
It's called Chaos Walking, and Nick Jonas was in it.
It was just that. It was Chaos Walking, because Jesus, that was awful. Yeah, that was awful.
It is what it is. Thank you all for joining us here on the Pantheon.
See, Gray agreed with me. Sorry, Gray agreed. Timothy is the best actor of his peer group.
I reluctantly have to, concede, yes, of his age group. If we're looking at men, sure. But Anya Taylor-Joy is doing great. Florence Pugh with great movies, and Zendaya as well. There is some women star power happening.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna argue. Just watch as it's coming. And what he just got that deal with WB where, like, he can make. He's about to play in that. He's in that new biopic movie too that they tried to show the trailer of. He's playing Bob Dylan. I'm telling you, this kid is. He's going to continue to climb. I like him a lot.
And then like the generation just above that is Jonathan Majors, because he looks old, but he's only 34.
Yeah, he does have a very old face.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that picture of that nigga that just came out, and someone said he looked like an imaginary friend.
I saved a picture of him just most recently because it was a damn good picture. And I said, well, these are rare, and I might need this for a thumbnail. So let me save this picture.
Some shit on Twitter like that. Did you see the videos of him dancing like he was back on the fucking plantation?
No. Oh, that one. I think I have seen that
at the award show or that nigga. Bro, I don't know. Every time I see him in some shit like that, I think of the Victor Timely shit where he's like, or he's like.
I like the jokes. Megan Good and the conductor of the Underground Railroad.
Oh man,
I
think it's funny. I also think he's super innocent and deserves our respect.
Oh, I think he's
he
just.
Looks like someone said he looks like an imaginary friend. That fucking dead, bro.
I think he's genuinely being himself. Honestly, this is not like he's being himself, and he's like you said, he's innocent. But that shit is that is funny. That is
an
funny.
Imaginary friend is just who the fuck thinks of that, bro.
It's
and then the crazy thing is I looked at it and I was like, damn, the nigga does look like my imaginary friend that I dress up on a random Tuesday and
you look like
making me happy playing catch.
Oh, that's funny.
People love Andre 3000 for dressing like that. He's stuck in the past. Very funny, everybody.
Is comedy, man. I hope he finds everything that he deserves.
Listen, there's boycotts when you're displeased, and then there's boycotts. Buy the movie ticket to his new movie called Merciless. He's filming it either now or in a month from now. He'll be filming it. It'll be low budget. It doesn't need to make much at the movies to become profitable. And then check out Magazine Dreams wherever it comes out. We are, us, everyone watching right now. It says that there's 50 people watching. Appreciate you all for being here.
Thank you.
Support him just like
Always.
you're supporting us right now.
No, I definitely agree with whoever said he's stuck in the past. Jonathan Majors definitely does not live in 2024. Bro. That nigga lives in like 1980.
Oh yeah, that shit's
I'm
funny.
about to hop off this and watch that video ASAP. That nigga was dancing his ass. He was dead ass dancing like some white nigga in the background. I was like, dance, nigga. And he was just over there. He is comedy to me, man.
Oh shit. Has he played in a slave film yet?
Needs
Jonathan,
to happen.
he hasn't.
It needs to happen if it hasn't.
I'm telling you.
No, we don't want it to happen. Stay away. No matter
I'm
how bad
telling
it
you,
gets.
if that nigga would have get paid, that would I don't know why that would be such a good performance to be. Bro, look at that.
Oh, more slave films. He would definitely
Look at this. That is dead ass and 80s ass. Nigga got suspenders on with it too. Yeah, he's stuck. That brother's stuck.
I like how there was a crowd hyping him up and happy with him. So it is what it is.
Nigga definitely had a dream.
I fucks with Don the Majors though. I really do. He's funny. He's funny. That same night he was in tears.
There's no like stronger desire to see an actor succeed than it is for Jonathan Majors because of just the year he went through. Stop laughing like that. I want him to. What I need from this guy is to get like publicity and all the jokes and all the Coretta stuff. Sure, let that translate into fame. The same way we do it for Kanye West, but then his shoes
That
sold out.
nigga dancing like reparations. Just
Oh
well, my God, that video is so funny to me.
It's about time.
Get out of the clock. I'm Chillmonger. Subscribe to Chillmonger. Love this Pantheon every Thursday. Better than Blurred AF. Better than the Dre Mac Show. Better than name a YouTuber. Better than them.
Yeah, I seen some niggas was dry hating. Don't do that while I'm here.
Were you here that week that somebody tried to end our stream?
They better hope I'm not. Some shit like that come up. I'll retaliate. I like internet arguments. Yeah, clip that. Clip it.
See, that's you too.
That's us. It's a we thing, all right? We're going for every single one of these We Got It microphones too podcasts out there. They can't see us.
Niggas just be hating hate. What can I say?
Well,
nothing new. Hey, but definitely was a good time being here on Thursday night.
Yeah, the Thursday ones are fun. Here. They're fun.
First time meeting Q. What's up, Q? Good. Good to call you a friend, sir.
We may be live tomorrow. May not be. Don't know. We'll see how the wind blows.
Yeah, no. I mean, the topics are there. I'm down for it. Should be good.
Yeah. We'll see how it all pans out. Don't know. But if you haven't, subscribe. If you haven't liked this video, go like and subscribe to Chillmonger as well. Back at the bus, Marcus is not here, but you can go subscribe to him as well. And we have been the Pantheon stream tonight. We will be back on Thursday. We are here every Thursday. And like I said, we have moved our streams to Fridays. If we do stream, it would be the first Friday tomorrow. But we will see about that. And then you got Raymond saying, don't hold your breath. So,
he said it never gets old. It never gets old, does it?
Tomorrow.
I'm sure that niggas put that out on every single one of our lives when we've ended. It will not be back.
Oh shit.
Josh, take us home.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
I doubt.